Nick, I have your dry erase and a pencil right here.
Because I'm at a whopping 11 without armor.
Yes.
Well,
that's
without armor?
What?
Like,
Without
like
armor,
you
you're at
mean,
an 11?
You mean right now?
Yeah, like right now, because I'm in the kitchen
And the thing is, like the rest of you too, when you guys are doing this stuff, you guys aren't wearing your armor and your weapons.
Well, I'm not doing this stuff.
Well, that really
I'm in
depends.
hiding.
That depends on what happens.
I don't know that this is happening though.
Music good.
Nobody told me.
Nobody told what?
Nobody told me that
that
there's
is
a party
easily
down there.
fixed, so we'll deal with that in game.
I'm just sorry.
Okay.
It's true.
Easily fixed.
Stream's up, we are recording.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just waiting for everybody to settle in, and then we'll do our countdown, and I will.
Are we doing the character introductions?
No, we are done with character introductions.
Really? Even though we might get some Twitch streamers?
Yep.
They're just gonna have to go to
Yeah, they'll have
YouTube.
to go to YouTube and catch up.
Dyson Dudes on
Yeah,
YouTube.
Dyson Dudes on YouTube.
Dice and
We'll do
dudes.
that. We'll actually add that to our.
Yeah, right. I showed you got those things written down.
I'm getting a list.
I was starting to think I needed to create an open scroll. I actually do need to create an opening, anyways.
What we need is a teleprompter.
Alright,
So I'm terrible, you know.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, we should broadcast what we are doing. Are you going to put it on the Facebook page?
Go ahead. I'm getting over to
Can
my
you share it on David's House and Train, please?
You know what really sucks about your voice?
What?
Every time I hear someone whose voice I know is congested, it makes me feel like God damn it!
Okay, that is very different from what I thought you were going to say, which was that
Like,
you were going to say
no.
he's really sexy.
Super sexy. No.
Let's go ahead and bring it down.
Kinda wish it was
Go
that.
on. We're gonna go and start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi everyone, and welcome to Dyson Dudes. And please excuse my voice. I'm gonna soldier on as best I can. This is a show about the continuing adventures of the Knights of Fate, our 2+ year Dungeons and Dragons campaign that is still going strong. We'd like to thank Military Gamer Supply for putting the stream on for us. We're sponsored by David's Tiles and Terrain, my small company that makes, well, terrain and tiles and all sorts of stuff for any other kind of war games, board games, role-playing games, any kind of game you can play around the table. Currently, we should be simulcasting for the first time on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. To all those Twitch and YouTube live stream guests, thank you for joining us today. All of the Facebook fans coming back for more, thanks again. We love you. My stuff for what's coming up on Sunday, I will be running a special showcase for a haunted house build with a Vampire 5th edition game at Game Bolt. The following Wednesday, I will be streaming a game of 5e with that same haunted house for all of you lovely viewers out there and anyone else who wants to check it out. If you can come and see it in person, that's great. If you can't, then please tune into the stream, check us out. The following Saturday after that, so Halloween, we got the stream for the haunted house. Saturday, from 6 to 10, I will be running a section of the Extra Life charity event from 6 to 10, where they will be continuing with the whole haunted theme. They'll be going through a haunted forest and see what shenanigans and problems they can get up to in there. Other announcements for Military Gamer Supply.
November 3rd, we're going to be having a Extra Life Charity 40K tournament. There will be Extra Life Charity D&D going on 24 hours a day. A few other Extra Life charity games, a Tanks Battle.
This coming weekend, Oktoberfest will be happening this Sunday at 2 p.m. It's Orc Death Race up to 500 points of what's an actual 40k. And it's free of charge. It's just to celebrate the new Speed Freaks code coming out.
There's also going to be a Team Yankee tournament on November 17th, 93 points. And the GT on December 1st. There's also a Halloween event Friday night. There will be demoing live games, 40k, pretty much whatever you want to play. And as always, open gaming Friday, Saturday, Sunday, pretty much every day.
And costume contest, right?
Costume contest.
Yeah, costume contest. Come on down in your costumes. You can win $100 in store credit.
I'm ugly enough, so I can't really improve on it with the costume.
Yeah, I mean, I always dress like a hobo anyway, so every year I dress like a hobo and just, you know.
We'll get you a rubber shotgun. You'll be hobo with a
Yeah,
shotgun.
there you go, right? Maybe give me some dreadlock wig or something. Yeah. So that's it for announcements for us. We do now have a couple of days after this goes live, we will have it up on Dyson Dude's YouTube channel. So if you miss a bit, you come in late, you have to leave early, you can't stay for the 5-hour stream sometimes, then, you know, pick it up, check it out, have a good time. Or catch up.
But if they turned in late, they didn't hear this.
No.
Dun, dun.
That's true.
Stop confusing people with reality.
Yes, that is true.
Turn your logic, Kyle.
Well, we just know that everybody always watches the beginning of our shows and then fades out later.
Somewhere in the middle, we'll rebroadcast that part for Mr. Logic.
Yes, at the end.
Maybe.
The
We'll see
middle
how it
and
goes.
end.
So that's all I got in the way of announcements. There is a couple of special David Styles and Trade builds incoming. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to
You got it.
keep track of all the new builds coming. Got some exciting new stuff.
Don't forget the Etsy store.
And the Etsy store as well. So I think that's everything on my end. Everything for Military Gamers.
We're good to go.
Okay, so once again, thank you all for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and get started now. Last time, the Knights of Fate had come to terms with Arnos' quest to free his people, the enslaved Kenku of the demon Yugelnuk. After infiltrating his lair, killing a few of his bodyguards, and making way into his chamber, they had an epic knockdown, drag-out fight that nearly claimed the lives of several of the party members, and ended with Yugelnuk defeated. Impaled upon the Spear of Desert Winds, and his final death on the material plane brought to a close. The Kenku people thanked the group and decided that they would stay to fill the power vacuum left by the powerful demon and rule Arakdar in his place, trading the party's continued freedom and livelihood for them having to kill them in the name of Yugelnuk's revenge. They made their way to Karlakton by way of a teleportation circle, where they came upon Leomin, who had suffered a bit of a mishap in being attacked by some of the members of the Lords of Dust that did not like his turncoat ways. Then after Karlakton, they teleported to Regalport, where Lady Triswin went and to spend time with her husband. They went to Lester's Linens and Goods, where they all got dressed up like pirate royalty if they all love pastel colors, and have decided that at the Inn of the Welcome Wench, headed by Elias the Halfling, they would throw a party in order to try to lift their spirits and forget all of the mountains of shit that they've had to crawl through in order to get where they are today. And that's where we pick up our game session with them in the Welcome Wench, now decked out in their new finery, and
Getting ready to
Thundergut, or Rotmir, our resident dwarf, beginning to cook his feast within the kitchen. Now, one point of order for those of you who tuned in last time, I said Maris was Elias's mother. Oddly, no, she is not. She is Elias's much older wife. That was my one mistake in that.
An important distinction.
A very
I
important
know, right? It changes in film.
but still 20 years his senior, and still very much upset with Rotmir, though has incorporated some of his recipes into her own, but it's best not to mention that, as Elias said. So we pick up with you guys within the Welcome Lunch, and the bards just getting their instruments tuned up and ready for the festivities to begin within an hour.
Tristan's in her house. Tristan's in her house or mansion singing all by myself.
No, you're not. You're with Hyper's Writer.
This is very true.
Singing all by ourselves.
So what are y'all gonna do?
So we obviously have to prepare an epic party because this is the only way to do it. Roddy, you are on cooking because, quite frankly, it's
Well,
better.
I've been on cooking since
Forever.
3 a.m.
Excellent. The party will be fabulous. We invited our friend, didn't we? Yeah, Thraka liked him.
Yes, Rock has decked out in his new finery.
How are those nut-tuggers doing for you, Thraka? Have you felt your boys in the past hour?
No.
Never been more glad to have
Wonder
an entire
balls.
life.
So, entertainment. What do we do with it? Oh, who cares? Let's get drunk. So, Thraka and Anos can have a drinking contest
Why?
because it amuses me.
No?
Please?
No.
I join in, and if anybody beats me, I give them my shiny ring.
Elias leans forward and, it's not much of a party if you don't have a whole lot of people here, wouldn't you say?
Sure it is. It's a party with me.
Well,
I am, in fact, the most important guest.
how
and I am
about
here.
since I'm hosting the party and I'm a business for profit, how about you get some other guests in here that enjoy this party?
Fine. I will
Do
go
you have flyers?
practice the art of bullshit on
You
this
told
one.
me you wanted to throw a party 3 hours ago. I don't have flyers.
That is 2 hours and 52 minutes more notice than you need.
That is incorrect. He
Or
leans back
halfway.
and he goes, Skill! Come here. And look, his oldest son comes out. Yeah, Dad. Alright. I want you to run 3 houses down. Knock on Gregor's door. Let him know Knights of Vapor here. They're going to be throwing a party tonight. He's probably going to want to partake in that. Oh, okay, Dad. And he runs to the door and takes off down the street.
Please tell me that that's the biggest gossip in town.
Well, it's only been about 3 hours since you guys told me about the party, so you guys should go spread the gossip. You got an hour before the party starts to see how many people we can get in.
Yeah, we go spread the gossip.
You guys are the Knights of Fate. You got an entire series written about you in the Cornbird Chronicle. And if you can't get a crowd together, well, there's a bit of a problem.
I guess I will go practice my true art in calling.
Theater?
Bullshit.
So yes. I'm gonna
Theater.
there.
Is Triswin within range of the sending stones?
Oh, it doesn't work.
It doesn't
Oh,
go through
the
the
wards.
wards. It does not go through the wards of the tower. But yes, it is within a mile.
But
I'm off to the Great Market.
Okay.
Taraka!
I
One
will
of the
send
longest
a
fastest in
handwritten
Memphis will allow.
invitation to.
So you were off. Which one? There's two different markets. Which one are you going to?
The rich people.
Okay, so you're going to the more outskirts. So you're not going to what's it called why am I capping on the name? I had a
isn't that the one where Cade beat
No.
the guy? Oh no, that's the other one.
That's the one I'm going to.
that's what he's going to.
That's what I'm saying. Don't we have that one written down?
You're going to the Crimson Court. Yeah, you're going to the Crimson Court. You're not going to the Fisherman's Mockery.
I love it. Fisherman's Mockery. I love it.
Right?
Anos, why don't you go to the Fisherman's Mockery and drown up some guests? Yeah, say have fish there, you'll like it.
Maybe it would like some fish.
Since I've been at this for quite a while.
Oh no, you've only been at this for a few hours.
Okay. Part of the few hours, I want to do a handwritten invitation, all Kundaraki-like, to High Prince Rygar Delisander and his wife,
High Princess.
Tristwin de Kundarak.
It's High Princess.
Okay, I'll admit that because I know that she's all about titles.
Okay, so you did not put High Princess.
Oh,
Good. Okay, what do you do with the letter?
His illustrious wife is her title.
Oh.
And I think I'm a courier and pay him the cost of,
Oh, so you go to House 6?
no,
You can have one of the
maybe
little
like
halfling kids.
have one of
Elias.
Elias's children's
So
brew.
you ask Elias?
So no fight.
Yeah, and I'll
No
put
fight.
5 gold in his hand
You're going for war though?
Oh,
for the message.
he hands you the 5 gold back.
I do some fighter.
You've already
No, if he
paid
wants
my
to go
kid,
for
my
war,
children,
that's fine.
way more than you should have.
His choice.
Well, this is for
You
you.
know-
Roxley.
Roxley, come here, come here.
This is for you
Roxley
and your
is-
establishment then.
Oh, Roxley comes jogging up, and she's, Dad,
You're a
Dad, I'm
warlock,
trying to
you
clean
don't
the
have
tables.
strength.
I know. Here, and he grabs the missive from you, hands it to her.
You know, Rotmere,
Well, yeah, with that.
Hi,
there
Tower.
is,
Give that to the concierge.
I smile at her and hold her gold piece, and I give it to
Rotmere,
My
You
charisma.
give it to who?
her dad.
Rotmere, you know, there's such a thing as too much generosity.
So her eyes light up as she sees you hand the gold piece over to him, and he just kind of.
And then he
Takes a
pulls
gold
out
piece.
another one. All till he gets to 5.
You're pushing it. He takes 2, and you're pushing it. Roxley, go. Just, Dad, it's part of my goal, right? I mean, come on, I'm delivering the message.
If you're gonna
Pull out a
have
piece
Go,
war,
or
wait,
my
which-
foot is gonna find your backside.
Pull out a
Fine.
piece of
And she runs out the door. Right as you're pulling out a platinum. She doesn't see you pull the platinum, and she kind of stomps off at her father's mild threat.
My happiness is really apparent, so I'll give him a bear hug and then go back in the kitchen.
As you hug him, he does the when you hear you hear a gravelly voice from the kitchen say, "Hey, dwarf, are you gonna work or are you gonna mess around? Come on, you're throwing this party. You get in here."
Little of both, maybe? Be right there.
You better hurry.
Okay, he's got long sleeves because he doesn't want to show, give it away. And, probably a very, she's feminine, so she's probably got
Oh no, she's just dressed.
Ten
no
Lewis?
brightly colored
No, she's got
aprons.
She's got a brown sack a dress on with a regular old brown apron on. She has her hair pulled tightly in a bun. You can see her hair is graying around her temples. There's a lot of laugh lines in her face. You can tell, she's kind of gruff with a lot of people. You can see probably behind closed doors, she's probably smiling a lot with her 9 children.
Okay.
But
So
she
I'm gonna give you
seems
that
like she's had
contact
quite the
with
life.
The hammer.
As we're working in the kitchen, I'm going to tell her,
Yeah, you could do 3 of them.
just open up to her
So
To give the fighting
about
like 3 to 5 and then the rest tomorrow.
tidbits.
But do warlock first.
You hear this in the Corbett Chronicles. This
We
is
should do that later.
exactly
Actually, can't do that.
how
I'll
it
speak that up.
happens.
No, go ahead.
I'm going to clarify the Cornberg Chronicle for her.
She appears to not be listening to you at all.
Okay.
She constantly gives you orders. But I want you to roll me a perception check.
This is not too bad, but not too good. Not too good. 9.
9? It's good enough to see there appears to be a bit of the house special, which is the seafood chowder, that is still left over from the day. So, are you going to try to sneak a taste?
Yeah, cooks in the kitchen taste.
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh, it's gonna slap my hand because I don't have stealth.
You
Dex
never know, you
plus
might roll a
1. 18.
18.
Ooh.
watch out.
You wait for Maris as she's busying herself about the kitchen. You wait until she turns her back to you. You take a spoon and you dip it into the seafood chowder and take just a taste of the sauce. And you recognize it.
Good. Alright.
She doesn't appear to see your slate.
Gotcha. I'm the most stealthy fighter out there.
Damn straight.
Yeah, we believe this.
So while he is in there, cooking and toiling away, you're heading off to the Crimson Court. Are you headed to the Fisherman's Mockery?
Yeah, I guess so.
And what are you doing, Thraka? You're still drowning your sorrows with Perry?
Yeah.
Because when that's hurt.
So yeah, you're kind of awkwardly sitting, really man-spreading at the table, with Perry just kind of smiling, and he takes a drink.
Barker's trying to like rip the seam of his crotch. So
Oh God,
These
no.
things are surprisingly stretchy.
it's like the MMA fighter that just won recently that said my balls is hot on the live interview.
Yeah.
That's the Rocco.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to, like, you're not flexible enough to spread your
He's gonna,
legs far enough to try to tear these things. They seem to stretch, but they don't seem to lose their elasticity at all. Whatever material that it is made
Pushing your
of,
boys.
Lester is, he's either a genius or he's a torture artist. Or both.
Or
Probably
both.
a little
It's
both.
not mutually exclusive.
Right.
So,
You never know.
what are you doing?
I'll head on down to the wharf and start acting like a town crier.
Say.
Come one, come all! The Knights of Fate are throwing a party and you're all invited to the Welcome Wench after sunset.
You hear a timid voice kind of, or not timid, you hear a gruff voice out probably a dozen yards away from you. Just go, "Oi! Open bar!"
Let's call it 50% off.
Ah, still too rich for my blood, man. But you see a couple of people. 50% off drinks? Alright.
He's worth
Tell you
it.
what, show up for a free drink on me. I'll hand him a couple silver pieces. Couple drinks.
Alright. So, go ahead and roll me a straight out charisma check.
Oh crap, I completely forgot to grab my dice. Can I borrow some? They're still in the car.
Well, get them on the
Straight
list,
D20?
Ray.
Yeah, right.
Straight D20 plus charisma.
Plus charisma. 13. And the ranger walks in. 13.
13.
Doors are hard.
Those doors are hard.
Okay, 13. Alright.
And I'm going to see about buying a fish. Because screw you. I didn't want a fish.
But now he does.
There's plenty of purveyors around here. So it's about an hour before sunset, and most of these places are kind of like they got a few scraps left, you know, not too much. Hey, cough this morning, not too bad, right? Tell you what, 2 copper for a fish.
Just 1, 2 copper. I'm eating it myself.
And you just eat it right there and there, just.
Yes, I do. I do. How big is the fish? Okay, I'm gonna have to take it in a few bites, like corn on the cob.
Oh no, you know you can take
You're
a
a
real one.
bird.
Bones in the hall, yeah.
You just kind of like.
I guess we gotta find out, do Kenku throw up pellets like owls?
No, they
Or
don't.
does it go through them like a
That's a
goose?
weird owl thing. Very, very
If
weird
anybody
owl thing.
knows,
Right?
let us know.
Yeah.
The bird knows, but he's not
I'm
telling.
telling you. Apparently he hides his shit.
know any of this.
You didn't want to know, or you
He's
didn't know you
swallowing
wanted
it
to
in
know.
one go.
How bad?
Whatever problems we're having with the other mics sounds better.
Yeah, it sounds great.
This sounds good.
No, he says it sounds bad on the street.
It's hard on the ears.
If anyone can see this, can comment.
The recording's fine, dude.
Hmm.
Malfunction.
Yeah, right. Well, we will see if
Forgive
someone
us
comments.
as we have a quick pause.
We're trying out a new audio system, so we're trying table mics as opposed to the individual mics today. So bear with us if there is any problems, okay? But we will continue as we keep going. The local recording sounds good.
Yeah, let's keep going. The local recording's fine as far as I can tell.
Okay. What?
I checked it
No,
earlier.
no, I mean you said.
I was like, do you
I
have your
read it
problems? Because you said it sounded great last time. Like,
Well, out of the recording from the computer sounds a lot different than the straight.
Well,
Maybe
you're
your
listening to it on
speaker sucks.
Facebook or Twitch.
yes,
Which one?
on both my truck speakers and my Bluetooth.
So,
Okay, no, okay. So did you go Twitch and YouTube?
Twitch and Facebook.
she just ran it. It sounds good on Facebook.
On Facebook, it sounds fine. Absolutely fine. Crystal.
Maybe it's
Okay.
just your streaming.
It might need to be up.
Well, we'll just keep
Close
going.
it.
We'll just keep going.
I don't know.
I'll check.
If it's great for half the people, then at least it's good for half.
Oh, okay.
But we will still work to get it sorted.
It's not my
Yes.
fault.
But we will get problems sorted later. We can only do so much because
Gigantic edit here.
our producer has to be absent for the next few weeks. So we're doing what we can. All right. So with your what seems to be somewhat successful venture into the Fisherman's Wharf, it's about that time with you having to travel down the Fisherman's Wharf and travel back. Even
Flying.
Yeah.
I go as the Arnos flies.
As the Arnos flies. And so you'll get back to the Welcome Wench probably 15-20 minutes before sunset. So you head to the Crimson Court. Crimson Court is actually about 3 blocks away from the Welcome Wench.
And she'll begin creating jealousy among the rich people.
Okay.
Did you get an invite to the party at the Welcome Bench? Oh, I heard she got the VIP invite. So it's a very rare and costly. Ah, yeah. The Knights of Fate, legendary heroes, are having an exclusive event. It's too bad you got invited.
Go ahead and give me a deception check, please.
I finally get to use it. I only got one too. That's a 30.
You mean Flynn doesn't lie on a regular basis?
So the first person you come up to, you see she is moderately dressed up woman, you know, dressed for moving around town. You know?
Yeah.
She's wearing breeches, she's got a nice silk shirt on, she's has a manservant with her who seems to be carrying a few things as she goes and does her shopping. As you approach her, she sees you and, hello.
Oh, you look well off. Did you get invited to the party?
Party? What party?
Absolutely everybody who's anybody is going to the Welcome Lynch tonight. It's the Knights of Fate are hosting a gala.
The Knights of Fate?
Yes, yes. I hear Arnos will be flying about in his majestic glory.
Wait,
They said incomparable Flynn will be there.
wait, you're the priest, aren't you?
Yeah. It's the incomparable Flynn.
Well, if I'm not invited, I mean, you're one of the Knights of Fate, so...
Perhaps I could sneak you onto the guest list.
There's a list.
Yeah.
Wow.
A VIP list. For the VIP room, above the normal.
Well, if I say me and a few of my friends were invited, maybe we could show up fashionably late.
But of course, but only if your friends are fashionable.
They're not as much as me, but you know.
Well, of course not.
How far away is
Obviously,
he?
I've reached the elegance.
Oh, he's blocks away.
Oh, okay.
He's at the high end market.
She kind of okay, and she goes through her last shop before she goes to head home and change. And as you are beginning to look for your next target, you see some people exiting her place, and you hear on their lips, "Oh, there's a party at the Welcome Lunch." Like, oh, it's not really much of my style of place, but I mean, the Knights of Fate are gonna be there. Oh, really? Yeah.
So I'm gonna put-
maybe I'll show up.
Since I've
I shall
actually got
continue to
brought
spread the
in,
bullshit.
since I've got
Okay, so as you spend a few more minutes, but you think you picked your first couple of targets pretty well, and word is spread fairly quickly through the Crimson Court that there's a shindig happening tonight. What were you asking, Draka?
since I've got Thraka revamped how I wanted to put my work in to doing that without having to leave since we're in the bar or whatever.
Yeah.
Since I have a pact with the Great Old One, I can speak with things telepathically within
Yes.
30. I want to do a persuasion check telepathically since I have really good charisma to like put that voice in their head.
Oh no, geez, that's too far away. If
No,
you
I'm
look
talking
at
about the people in the bar that me and him are like the one I'm straight.
Oh, no, you see the people who are in the bar with you. You actually see, it looks to be a guard captain that you've never been here before. But this guard captain is wearing a crimson cloak and brightly shining plate armor. Looks to be very well made. She has an underling with her. Dirtier, but still very nice looking armor. There's probably a couple of mercenaries in here, looking fellows who are enjoying a bowl of the place's famous seafood chowder.
Okay, so
And of course, you see the 8 children running around this place.
I'm not focused on the children. I'm focused on the mercenaries and the underling.
Okay.
I want to like persuade them, like that little voice in the back of their head, since I can do that now.
Yeah.
Like, I heard that, people have been talking around, do it like in their head or whatever. Like, people have been talking. I've been hearing, that there's this party. I really want to go to this party. Like try to persuade them, like it's their own.
Roll me a persuasion check. We'll have you do this first on the guard.
8 plus 1 plus 5 is 14.
You see him talking to his superior, and she's kind of just listening to him as he's trying to sell himself for a promotion. And she's just kind of nodding and like, she has to do this all the time. Listen to underlings constantly telling her about how they deserve a bigger promotion and they deserve more responsibility. And just kind of in one ear and out the other, for most of these people. And as he's talking to her, he stops for just a moment. And, Captain, are you gonna stay for the party tonight? And she kind of looks up at him. Party? Yeah, the Knights of Fate are gonna come around. Knights of Fate are going to a party tonight? Huh. You know what? Maybe I will sleep around. He's like, well, in official capacity, or maybe something different. Maybe we can, crash a party together. I like you. You got initiative. So here's what we're gonna do. You go grab 3 of your fellow members, and I want you guys to go ahead and be close, just in case something happens. I'm gonna go home and change, and I'm gonna enjoy the party. So she takes the beer and moves it out in front of him. You're gonna be back on duty here in about 10 minutes. So.
Oh, that's the army right there. That's the army right there.
Guess what?
Oh God, I just agreed with
Welcome to being promoted, son.
You see the 2 mercenaries who are kind of watching this exchange just kind of laugh, and you see one of them just like goes and walks upstairs. And a few minutes later, he comes back down and he has no weapons and he's not wearing his armor. And he sits down back at his table and continues eating his meal, and seems like he's ready to go. And the other guy finishes his meal and just stoically walks out the door. But you're seeing the kids move around, and Elias has these kids trained very well. I mean, as soon as that guy's done with his food, you got a 6-year-old girl going in there and grabbing the extra stuff and taking it to the back. Another 6-year-old girl goes in there and starts cleaning up the tables, and she's a halfling, and the table is bigger than she is. She jumps on the table holding 2 cloths in each hand and wipes the entire table down with one side while she has dry cloths on her knees and dries the table on the other side as she rolls off the table and then goes around to clean the other one. It is an efficient operation.
Now that right there is entertainment.
It is extremely entertaining. Those of you who have been here to the Welcome Lunch before, you know how this goes and how efficient these kids are. And the kids are pleasant to be around. They've heard probably worse cuss words than you guys have ever heard in your entire lives. Being members of the wait staff of a pub right next to a couple of wharfs filled with pirates and pirate kings.
Do I tell the owner that I said the drinks were half off?
You're going to have to decide whether you tell the owner that.
I'll tell him once everyone's there asking for drinks.
Once everyone's there.
Once everyone's there making the
You're a
request.
terrible person, bird person.
It's cruel.
You get back just before nightfall. Like, you spend a good amount of time there looking for your targets. You have 3 people to get maximum coverage.
Yeah.
So you're back right around the time that you see some people beginning to trickle in, and you can hear the music of the very hastily assembled band. As today it was only going to be a single lute player, but he had to run out and find himself a drummer and find himself a violin player because none of them could sing. And just a lute's not going to do it. So they got at least a couple of upbeat jigs going.
All right. As soon as I get back to it, I see that guard dude standing around looking like he's on duty.
Oh, when you come up to when you're walking back, you see there's very, very out in the open, not really trying to hold back. You see a few guards that seem to be kind of loitering around the place.
Ah, excellent. You appear to be on duty, yes?
Hi.
So, As you know, Tristan is a great personal friend of mine, and she has the ear of Bodriga, which means you would probably want to become my friend, yes?
Okay, that's a lot of words. Get to the point.
Here's the deal. You take this list and stand by the door, and make sure the people on this list go upstairs to what's going to be the VIP.
You want me to be a bouncer?
Yeah. Says gold in it. And maybe it's a favor of somebody who knows the High Prince.
How much?
A gold and I sneak you some ale?
How about 2 gold and you sneak me a bottle of wine?
Oh, that's fine. Here, how's this fine?
He just kind of stares at the bottle. Give me that after.
Okay, I leave it over here, by the door.
No. Somebody will take it. I'll come to you afterwards.
Okay.
And that bottle's mine.
Yeah, is this bottle?
Roll me a d12.
God, I've seen the hamster like spin in David's head for a second. It's just like, here you go. Like the eyes just go blank for a second. It's like,
Well, I tried to show like one's eyes. Okay. As you like, yes, this bottle, and you look over, and your heart sinks just a little bit as you realize, oh, that's
It's the good one.
Good wines.
It's okay. I swap the contents in a minute.
Well, no, it's you know, this is the wax seal. Like this is the.
I'll figure it out.
Okay. He kind of.
He's a fire mage. I think he's got
Okay.
the wax seal covered.
So he grabs the list and stands by the door. And as you are walking through the door,
The list says rich people.
and as you are walking in, you see a fairly burly-looking, athletic woman. I mean, she's kind of broad-shouldered, still very feminine-looking. She is wearing what can only be considered like a piece of cloth that is held on with a belt and is draped over her, revealing her entire left arm is uncovered. But
Toga.
it's more like a toga. It's covering the right arm, covering everything. Like it's very billowy, but it covers. But as you turn to walk in, open the door and turn to walk in, she stops in front of the guard as he's holding a piece of paper, and you see his eyes kind of go wide again. She goes, "What the hell are you doing?" I had a great idea. If I knew who was in the party, then if anything happened, I knew exactly who to go to. And she just drills daggers into his chest for a second. Alright.
I got it. I'll go help him. Because he's up. My lady, please, if you will. I am the incomparable Flynn.
She takes her eyes and just slowly turns to you.
I am immune to the green weenie, don't worry about it. I'm the incomparable Flynn, friend of Tristan, the bride of your High Prince. This is one of our events, me and my companions. I'd like to invite you inside to the VIP.
You're the one that hasn't used this thing.
He might have listened to me.
Half of whatever he offered you, or I'd bust you back down to walking around the fisherman's mockery.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
it's okay.
As you were.
So,
And she says that to you. And then she walks in like she owns the place.
why do you let that one in?
Oh,
You're not doing your job.
that's my boss. That's my boss's boss.
Thorok is just laughing at the bar.
And as you see her, she walks in and sits down, you see Elias kind of look up at her, and his eyes kind of go wide for a second. Go, "Oh, Mariah. Well, don't see you get dressed up too often." He goes, "No, you don't." And she says, "You're regular?" No. Let's try some wine tonight. Oh. All right. And he reaches over the bar and pours her a nice cup of wine, slides it forward. That is running low on battery.
Do you
Do
need
you have a
cord?
charger?
I have the charger. I just need the wall unit.
I have my one. Oh,
Yeah, I just need the wall unit. That's it. The unit that goes into the wall
Is
itself.
it a micro by chance?
No, I got it. I just need the
Just plug in the battery pack.
Oh, there you go. That
He's
works
holding it.
too.
Okay.
You are a useful mammal.
Is it already on? Or just gotta plug
it in.
Are you sure he's a mammal?
No, I'm above a mammal.
I think you're more like
See,
a little
you
tiny.
deal with
Sometimes you're
problems.
above, sometimes you're below. Depends if it's women's lip day.
See, guys,
He's in
deal with problems as they come. So if you would do me a big favor, actually, in just a minute, because just wait.
Okay.
It is about this time that Ryger, an hour ago, finished with his meeting of the various merchants from the Crimson Court,
Okay.
and it dealt with the gnomes that are talking about the building the Solarwood ships.
Alright.
You then, as you are laying in bed, cuddling in the afterglow, hear a knock upon the door. That Ryger kind of, hold on, my love. He kisses you on the forehead. He hops out of bed, walks to the door, completely naked, opens the door, looks at the concierge standing in front of him, who doesn't bat an eye, seeing the lord of the house and high prince of Regalport standing there nude. Sir, a missive arrived for the lady, and he hands it to him. He takes it,
Let's address to him too.
opens it up, starts reading it, starts laughing, like kind of giggling to himself.
What
and
is
comes
it?
back in and goes, okay, well, go to get dressed.
Why are we getting dressed?
Different plans tonight.
But we never really get dressed.
Well, today you are, because we're going to a party, and he hands you the parchment.
Where's my title? Oh, I'm so
It
kidding.
doesn't even say your names. It
Roddy!
says High Prince Ryger and his honorable wife.
Oh, that's it. We're addressing him as Roddy. You are addressing him as Roddy.
No.
For none of this tomorrow. Or 5 hours.
Well, I already had it today, and he can kill me.
I could kill you.
True, but yeah. I'm not as worried about you doing it as I am about him doing it.
I'll smash something else and then heal it and smash it again.
But then you never get it again.
So
Damn it, Roddy!
Things never quite heal back right.
It's just like,
and somewhere in
it's
the
on.
something beautiful has happened.
Everyone can hear the distant echoing.
Like,
None
where are
of
my
it.
clothes? You better
None.
not have been letting that thing wear my clothes.
Good. As requested, it has its own wardrobe.
Isn't it?
Wow, it isn't
But-
Isn't it?
Poor thing.
Come. I haven't been to a party in ages. Now I'm not
Pick a
able
dress
to,
then.
I'm not able to stay out too late as I do have meetings in the morning. But I'd like to see your friends and thank them for keeping me safe.
Alright, pick a dress.
Pour me some.
He picks the absolute sluttiest dress.
Oh god.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you got straps.
Is
of
it
cloth-
from Lester?
Yes. You got,
Yes.
you got 2 straps of cloth across the front. You got it. It's open. It has like windows all down the legs.
Oh,
It is
Christ.
incredible. It's like, well, you told me to choose, and I haven't seen it in a long time.
God. You
Now
and
you are
then.
now he's saying an absolute shitload.
So
Have you gotten my latest gift yet?
Ooh la la.
you already asked. No, I have not. The mangoes you said.
No. We're getting him a masseuse. I bought one. And we're freeing him. And I bought us a masseuse.
We have a.
No. This one's great. He's a pristine dragonborn. I got him in Mark Door.
So how do you know
Wow.
he's great?
Okay, so that didn't happen. I threatened to rip his dick off. If he touched me inappropriately, I really threatened to rip his dick off. I actually made him pee because I scared him so bad.
I find that highly believable.
Yeah. And you know me, I'm not gonna break my vow. I've already told you, and we've already made this agreement.
Once again,
Then let's go have ourselves. How about you pick the dress?
Are they in the bar?
Let's go have ourselves some fun.
No, this is fine. We're going.
All right.
I'm already on my way out.
He goes in an open shirt, just billowing. He wears it's like kind of a half jacket, one of those jackets that only comes down to like here. Puts on one of those half jackets, wears his leather breeches, boots, and hand in hand walks out the front door with you.
You know.
No guards in tow.
You know. Honestly, I cringe when Perry wears stuff like that, but when you wear it, it actually looks really well. It's really good. But Perry, for some reason, it's just like, I feel the nausea.
I feel insulted for some strange reason.
So
Like you
feel
feel yours burning?
You know,
Yeah.
I've asked myself sometimes whether or not I'm comfortable with you traveling around with a group of men on these adventures. Things like that really go a long way to help me with my my hang-ups. So I
Good.
appreciate that, by the way.
I don't know. Tell me you're always welcome, sweetheart.
So, you
Let's
did
go
the thing.
drink my brother into the
And
table.
wear my lowest decline possible.
Yeah,
God.
that-
Now, real quick, to set the scene, you have been drinking with Thraka, and Thraka has slowly been trying to do his best to spread his legs over them to tear these hands. You smiling at this, knowing that they will not, and they don't. And he is opening his legs as far as he can.
Oh my God.
And we seem to be just getting tighter
Wait.
and tighter.
I have this like image of
It's
them
like
at the
a
bar,
Chinese finger trap.
and like Thraka's like spreading his legs in front of Perry, and Perry's just like staring at his
Leg
crotch.
at his taint.
That would be like,
You have been enjoying yourself. You listened to him plant a seed of a nugget of knowledge into this guard's head, which got him now apparently on board duty in a very roundabout way, but got his very attractive and very hairy type of woman
Aye.
is now sitting at the bar drinking wine like she's drinking beer, as if she does not know how to drink wine, as she is just
I'm gonna put the mental suggestion in his head, like,
oh no.
Like- do it.
Oh God.
Just
roll me
do
an
it.
insight check.
Well, like, first off, you don't have to give me a mental suggestion for that. 18 plus.
Ridiculous.
You can sense the difference between your own inner monologue saying do it, do it, do it, and little Perry saying do it, do it, do it, and Thraka saying do it, do it, do it.
And
Well,
you don't care.
apparently, I have a chorus in my head and they're all in agreement. Well then, oh, miss, let me buy you a better drink.
So
That's
you
just
approach
the
her.
final
Yes.
poke. Just go do it.
She kind of looks over at you and she pulls the stool that's kind of a ways away from her. She pulls it closer to her, sets it down, and well,
Alright then, give me the best dwarven ale you got.
I want you to roll me a straight charisma check, please.
Rolling hot.
He's actually
Right.
pretty charming too.
I am
Alright.
15,
15.
16.
She smiles very coyly at you as you, Elias, what do you say?
What's the best, strongest dwarven ale you got back there?
She
Strongest.
turns and looks at you and goes, "Oh, honey, I'm drinking wine tonight. It's a special occasion. I'm getting hit on by a night of fate."
Fucking Perry's off his element. Wine! Wine! Shit!
I'm gonna drop over Perry's shoulder a good bottle.
Well, how about this bottle of wine then?
Elias looks at you.
Gotta help my friend get laid, yeah.
and
This is
pulls
good.
a bottle of wine out, puts it on the counter. Okay. Add it to your tab.
Yeah, he sets the upstairs up as a VIP. I said it was exclusive, so they pay more.
People sleep upstairs.
Yeah, just pick a room.
They're all
A big
filled.
room. Kick someone out.
No.
Kick someone out!
I'll tell you what, the back balcony.
Yeah, that works. That works.
There you go. It has a great view overlooking a wall.
If you tell them it's expensive, they think it's expensive. They're stupid.
Can't argue with you there.
And you wonder why I can imitate him so well. It's because it's just narcissism incarnate with a German accent.
This isn't the worst
So-
one that he's had like that.
They're stupid. After things begin picking up and you see people start to filter in. And as the door opens up, Arnos, as you're kind of going about looking at the place that's slowly beginning to fill up, the door opens and you hear, "I was told to have all drinks! What is about a door charge?"
Do I hear that in the kitchen?
Oh no, you are Rotmere zoned in. You are in full Thundergut mode. Nothing exists besides Maris, Vil, Egan and the food. And those are the two kids that you have now grabbed, kind of put your arms around their shoulders and gone, okay kids, you're going to be my gophers today.
I'm going to bounce in there real quick. Roddy, yeah, this is the most important.
Make it quick, I'm busy.
We need your best for the VIP. Something elevated. Something that says, I am Rotmir to the highest strata of the society.
Got it.
Well, you have about 10 minutes.
Oh, by the way,
They're used to waiting.
Something like that. You figure it out. I'm going to go be full of shit somewhere else.
in order to
And
get
he
more
says,
people in here, Flynn suggested that I
Ply
say
them with your
half-off
silver
drinks.
tongue
Oh,
and
you're
spread some of the
mean.
good liquor around.
Roll me a deception check.
Oh my god. I hope it
And that is my first natural one of the night.
Wow.
Whoa.
Well,
Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good.
Can I?
Well,
can I
then
impose,
that's a-
can I
that's
impose
an 11.
advantage
I
on him?
completely believe you for that.
I was going to ask if I could impose advantage so I could throw the bird under the bus.
No. He's not really an ally of yours. You don't really know him, really. So you can try to drop it into his head, but he knows Arnos very well. And he apparently believes Arnos.
Yeah, I rolled
Arnos. He really believes Arnos.
Crocket's still mad about the
Here's-
evil chickens.
Here's what I'm gonna, here's what we'll do. How about you help me out?
Mhm.
You know, since you helped me out with his little slide. Everyone that I give a half-off drink to, count them up. We'll just add it to his tab. And so around this, you walk out of the kitchen and you Elias just smiles at you.
They all smile.
You see his eyebrow go up? How
I
did he
know,
do that?
right?
Well, upcharge all the rich people, right?
I haven't had this much business in a while. It's a good party.
We have
And he
the
just
rich
turns and fills the drink of Mariah. Mariah. And it is around this time that you hear the doors slam open. You hear a thud against the wall. Then the doors just boom. And there is an orc. Full-blooded orc.
Nice.
That is almost as wide as he is tall as he starts stomping in. Oh! I heard there was a party tonight. Elias looks over. Hey, Gregor, yeah, come on up, man. There's a party. I heard Thundergoat was cooking tonight. And yeah, it was good. And he pulls, where you had no idea he was carrying it, a wooden crate from around his back and just stomps his way to the kitchen. And Elias goes, okay. And the orc walks back, and you are pulled out of your focus by a slamming of wood upon wood. You turn around, immediately your heckles get raised up, but then melt as you see the familiar face of Gregor the Butcher.
Oh,
Oh
And
no.
he smiles, his wide toothy, missing a tusk, and most of the teeth on the left side of his face. Opens the box and goes, I got something for you.
and he goes over and he gives him a big warrior's handshake and slaps him.
Now, and he gives you a big old bear hug. And I mean, a back-cracking bear hug. Puts you back down. All right, here's what I got. You know what this is?
Is it that spice that I used in Gatherhold?
No. This is aurochs. Freshly killed just yesterday by myself after raising it for 12 years. Every day I gave it 2 cups, his cups are cups,
Yeah.
2 cups of beer every day. I cooked it up myself, and it's some of the best stuff I ever had. Now, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give you this to cook up for me. And he hands you a sizable flank, enough for a man of his prodigious size.
Okay.
And the rest, there's quite a bit left in this box. And the rest, I'll tell you what, you spread the name around, and you let me get good and drunk on your dime, you can have it. Deal?
Yes. Can I try sleight of hand to palm him something?
Go right ahead, and I'll roll him a perception check. Okay.
Yeah, it looked like it was going for something.
What is that? 4?
Plus
4 plus 1 is 5.
Okay, so I rolled a 3 with his wisdom of 6 is minus 3, so 0.
Okay. 4 platinum. Palm 4 platinum in his hand.
Well, you don't really put it in his hand, you just kind of slip it into his belt, and it slides into his belt pouch, and he
Clink,
all
clink.
right, and turns around and clumps into there. You can tell one of these tables has been steel belted to hold something of prodigious size, and the chair that goes with it, that is larger than a normal chair. He goes and just crashes down in that chair, looks over and goes, "Hey, Cullen, come here, little boy." And he puts this meaty ham hock that's bigger than the kid gently on the boy's head, and "You know what I want." And he goes, I gotcha. And you guys watch as this small child very gingerly carries a mug about this tall and about this wide, filled with ale, as the kid is literally having to hug this thing and walk across the bar, and slides it onto his table. And he nods at the kid, passes the kid a copper, and Cullen very happily scurries off.
So when he gets the copper, does he notice the platinum?
He's like, I roll a 0, so he's like, more coin than another. Looks like silver to me.
Oh,
David,
gotcha.
is it the same orc from the caravan?
No.
Oh, thank
No,
God.
this is the orc that when the last time you guys came through Regalport, you guys were of that, like, we're so tired of seafood.
We got
So
meat, yeah,
tired
that's
of
right, yeah.
seafood, please. And he was the one that was able to actually get you guys some pork.
Oh no, I'm just making sure it's not the one that tried
Yeah,
to
he's the
drug me.
best butcher in Regal.
Yeah, he's the best butcher in Regalport. Self-proclaimed.
I'm
best
making
butcher.
sure it's not the one
Only
that I got
butcher,
set up with.
but the best butcher.
So wait, what he just gave him was the beer equivalent of Wagyu, but done by an orc.
Now, okay,
Instead
imagine,
of milk.
this is a Talenta Aurochs. The Talenta Aurochs, imagine a buffalo about the size of an elephant.
Ah, fun times.
Beer-fed elephant buffalo.
Yeah.
That's a lot of meat.
Yeah.
Do I see Greg?
But yeah, like a,
And
a
he
white.
just handed him that container he's carrying. It's probably about 25 pounds of meat.
Do I see Greg?
Oh, you can't miss him. If you try, you could not miss him.
Which one's Gregor?
Thaumaturgy. So, the best butcher in Regalport has arrived. Perhaps we have a contest between a real orc and a half orc for drinking.
As he drops his mug onto the table, you see the left side of his mouth is missing a lot of teeth, and the left side of his face appears to be mostly paralyzed. As you see some of the ale just kind of dribble out into his scraggly hair, drips onto his shirt, and looks at him. Looks right at you, Rock, and goes, "Well, I don't know about a drinking competition, but I wouldn't mind having a brother sitting across from me, sharing a mug."
Gregor's when finally he's done stretches that.
Oh, there's a brother! Sorry, they made me wear this.
I shall pour Thraka.
Oh, he's dressed very similarly. He's like, "I love your tailor."
Rocket's just across from
He
him.
stands up and you can see the bulge. It looks like a sack of grapes in his pants. And he just goes, "You get used to it." And he sits back down.
I shall pour Thraka a mug of ale in the special cup.
Oh, that's a tiny cup. That's a small cup.
The special cup.
Okay.
And give it to Thraka. Here, my friend, a gift.
What's the special cup?
It's a cup.
You have no idea.
It's a very fancy looking cup.
Yeah, it actually has a face, and it has a sad dwarven face etched into it, and it is a stone cup of very fine workmanship.
I made this with my own hands. It is a blessed cup.
Now you know that's bullshit.
So I push
But
it away.
no, you know that he didn't make the cup, but the cup looks very nice. It is a good looking.
I don't trust it though because he said he made it with his own hands.
No, you know he's bullshit about that. But
I shall drink the ale to prove my kindness. More! More! Are we not
Inside
friends?
check.
roll it.
Insert check.
What's your bonus?
Dark is finally getting some
Is that-
hair.
Advantage plus 10.
I got you. Go ahead.
Dark is finally just starting to get hair back. It's like
No, you're still not starting to get hair back. You can still see the little.
Nat 20
Oh,
plus
shit.
5 plus 1 is 26, so Nat 20 plus 6.
Okay. You know he's full of shit that he didn't make the cup, but it's a nice looking cup.
My bullshit is stronger than you.
Even better than Nat 20. Fuck you!
Well, no, he's not lying about. You know he's lying, dead lying that he made the cup.
I did
Okay.
make the cup.
Right? The cup.
What
itself.
I'm worried about is how eagerly he gave me a sad face cup.
I just drank from the cup.
And
What?
he did.
You reject my hospitality after all I've done for you?
Hospitality.
Is that pun?
Yeah.
Do I feel someone refusing ale around here?
Dark, I'll take the cup.
You drink the. You take a sip.
Yeah. Gingerly
You
sip.
don't know what it is, but this is amazing ale.
Okay.
Like, you realize you kind of like you've been drinking the same ale.
Does it taste like Rufalin?
No, but it's a crisper taste, and the fluid is cold.
This
You-
doesn't taste like
you
it's going to
haven't
make me into that stuff.
You never really had a cold beer before, and this is how it should be. Why isn't it always like this?
Dark, I like.
When you worried about my intentions, I have nothing but your best.
Tharaka takes out the hat that he's giving at the tailor, and you just see, like, just now gray
Right,
hair.
right, yeah, like,
Like,
you're missing.
like
the
I wasn't
the
there
thing
before.
is, though, like, his mohawk is at least growing back, but where it once was black, now it's gray.
Yeah.
It's for the stress of dealing with all this shit.
I don't know what you're talking about. I killed you.
Ah, this burns! Ah, this burns!
It is now about 9 o'clock at night, and the place is now about as full as it can get, and it seems like a lot of the cream of the crop of Regalport is now here, and this is not a place that is used to catering to these kind of people. It's also around this time that the door opens up, and you see High Prince Ryger with Triswin on his arm walk in with smiles upon their faces, and they both seem to have like a strange kind of glow about them.
I shall announce them.
You're serving as their herald.
I shall announce them with thaumaturgy to cut through the night. And now, High Prince
and,
Ryger!
as soon as the band sees High Prince Ryger, they stop playing for a moment out of respect as he walks in, and he just nods and everyone enjoy yourselves. The Knights of Fate, everyone. The Knights of Fate.
Prince Ryger and his
And
beautiful bride!
While you look up and you raise your cup, you feel a hand on your inner thigh.
Ooh.
No, I'm done. Prince Ryger and his beautiful bride.
Have you ever been
Here on
with
the
a knight of
setting
fate
stone.
before?
Do I hear that thermatagy?
One to spend
Oh,
the night.
yeah. Now, you hear it, like, faintly hear it. Because you're, like, you now were told to make a gourmet meal, and now given new ingredients to add to this gourmet meal. And you have precious little bit of this. So you hear that, you're, okay, and you're doing it as fast as you can.
So do I have enough for the butcher, my sister, and Lord Delarander?
You have enough for anyone who comes in here, unless you're making, like, pound steaks.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna
Like, he has
incorporate that
a
in the menu then.
5-pound steak that he wants you to cook, and he knows you know how he likes it cooked. You're gonna put it on the pan for 5 seconds, then you're gonna flip it over, and you're gonna do it for 5 seconds. You're gonna put it on the plate, and you're gonna serve it.
Season it with just a
Yeah, no, he likes the seasoning that you use. He wants that seasoning, but you know just how he likes it cooked. But the rest of it is how you choose to make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do my magnum opus
Yeah,
tonight.
and despite your low intelligence, you realize the magnitude of the opportunity in front of you.
Yeah.
And so your little dip at your sister is kind of pushed back by the realization that, oh, these are some of the most influential people in all of Regalport that are going to be in the same place. And it looks like now Prince Ryger's here. He's never had your cooking.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring my A game,
Okay.
my A+++ game.
Do I see the hand on the thigh?
roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh yeah, it is really crowded.
It is crowded.
And Gregor's hand is on his thigh.
No, you don't have
No.
to worry. But Gregor, you find out that Gregor, at one time, was actually one of the wardens of the wood, until he took a giant mole to the face.
That'd about do anybody in.
5, I don't see shit.
I got to retire from it.
You finding not only an orc, and for you brethren, as the orcs and half-orcs don't treat half-orcs like shit. Your brother, you're of the blood, so they treat you well. And to find another one who fought, even however briefly, on the side of one of your allies, oh, definitely. This is kismet, and you're enjoying yourself. I mean, he's telling you. I mean, you see that mole did damage that could never be healed. He's blind in the one eye. You can just see it now, the white milkiness, just very subtly. You can tell it paralyzed most of that side of his face and knocked out most of his teeth. But while it's a struggle to watch him eat and drink, he's a fun guy to talk to.
I watched Perry try to get laid, so man, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're between those two. And with that perception check, you see Perry is freaking killing it, man. Like, you didn't know he was, but this girl is hanging on every word he is spinning.
I'm gonna telepathically. I'm gonna try to like persuade him. Grab the titty.
Oh.
Yeah, you've been suddenly telling yourself that all night. You hear Draka in your head, grab her titty.
So, do you want to stick around for all of this, or maybe let's go to somewhere a little more private?
Oh, let's have ourselves some fun, but, you know, I don't get to too many nights like this too often, and I don't have a night of fate regale me in person about all of their trials and tribulations.
Is that my cue?
Mentally grab it. Don't be a bitch. Grab it.
And then,
Do it.
and then out loud, grab it, motherfucker! But as usual, but you know, maybe later we can go up to the balcony and enjoy the view.
Oh, that sounds like a good plan. As
Do
I
it.
grab her titty.
Well, as you go to grab it, she just smacks you on the hand, and it's not that easy.
And then you hear Thraka.
When she's left your hand, you put your hand back. She grabs your hand and she puts it on her own leg. By the she looks you dead in the eyes. I know you're not. I know you travel a lot, but take it a little slow. Don't worry. Don't worry. You can take it slow.
Thaumaturgy.
Yes!
Yes!
Cheers!
You don't know in your entire life that you've ever had a sure thing before. Now that it stares you in the face, you're kind of at a loss for words.
To the beautiful lady.
And she to that.
I'm gonna hop up on the bar. One second.
Of course
Oh,
I
and
did.
as you go to climb on the bar, Elias gives you the look.
The look.
No.
Table?
Fine.
Hop up on the table. Allow me to regale all of you with the tale of the Knights of Fate.
And you see the guitars too is a tabaxi. You go.
Go over there with them.
As you stand on there, they begin to play to your rendition of your performance.
Aha. Regale. Do well. Aha! 24.
24.
I'm full of shit tonight.
It seems as if Flynn's had a couple of glasses and it's really loosened him up a bit, but he's firing on all cylinders tonight. Is the typical bullshit that you guys hear spewing out of his mouth. While you all may know just how bullshitty it is, it smells like a better kind of bullshit.
The highs of our adventures and the
Like,
lows of
it's
the
not
injuries.
like cow shit. This is like fox poop.
It's a tragic loss of our romance.
After the glad handing is done between High Prince Rager, as his presence makes an entrance, but then his very stern just nods at people, show them that he's not here. So people begin avoiding him and coming to you. And they begin, many women complimenting you on your dress
Thank you.
and how beautiful it looks.
Just
Thank
like
you.
that. Thank you.
No, basically.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep it curved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Isn't it just so hot these nights? Isn't it nice to wear something that breathes a bit?
Sending stuff. Tristan, I've seen Morgan today than I've ever seen.
That is not true.
And we've been in the bath together.
To be honest, we were currently naked a little while ago, so this is a little warmer.
Oh, she kind of blushes a bit. I think I need a refreshing wine, and she walks away. And your very, very uncouth, direct manner has all of these very privileged, rich women break upon you like water across a mountain and just begin to avoid you, even looking in your general direction for the most part.
Yes,
This is
pariah
so much better.
achieved.
Achievement
So
unlocked.
much better.
It is as Flynn finishes a 30-minute rendition of
Oh god.
the current.
Leading up to the slaying of the demon.
So leading up to that, he leaving the climaxing conclusion for later, as Elias shouts over him, "Everyone, a round of applause as tonight's meal is being provided by Thundergut." And Ramir, with a giant smile on his face, and 8 children crowded around him, all carrying small plates, began walking among the crowd.
Nothing like child labor to get the
Respect,
Oh, silence.
No, I was gonna
Ryder
sending
Gold
stone to
Sender
you.
and myself.
Yes,
Roddy
what
and
you're
Tom,
carrying, you walk
please.
directly up to them.
And
But,
then the third is the butcher.
okay, so,
Actually, no, don't do it.
and what do you do?
I threw the sending stone to Flynn only.
You can.
Oh,
Send it
that's right.
only. And remember, it's a broadcast across all frequencies.
Do it. Why not?
You know, I love you because otherwise I would have Flynn do thaumaturgy to tell everybody here that your name is actually Roddy. But I love you!
I got a
You
roll
can
Will
see the
save.
consternated look on her face
We're just
as you
standing
hear
there
her
like,
voice in your mind, as you walk toward her with a smile upon yours and hand her the plates of food.
Yeah, I greet.
What is your proficiency and your charisma?
For the cooking?
Yes.
Or for this etiquette?
Well, what's your bonus of your proficiency
Plus
plus charisma?
10 from the proficiency bonus and plus 2 from the charisma bonus.
Okay. It begins to die down as even the little kids come run up with small plates and hand them to the musicians, and the musicians just kind of take them, and like the music dies down, and people begin to talk and slowly eating the food presented to you all. Everyone can hear Gregor as he just begins tearing into the steak. Only chewing with the right side of his mouth. It's a hell of a sight for you. And you catch a bit of the projectile. But your first bite of the food, you don't care anymore.
Well,
As
was
you-
it fire that hit me in the face?
No, it was
Then
just
I don't
bits
care.
of meat. Yeah.
Flynn.
Rob here must have been holding out on you guys,
Hmm.
because this meat dish that he made for you guys, very, very simple. It's just lightly seared, thinly cut meat that's been seared with a side of shrimp and lobster. That is absolutely fantastic.
Rare, right?
Huh?
Rare?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it is fantastic.
I gotta spend a few minutes pairing the correct wine for this.
Oh, you immediately think of that very dusty bottle that you have in there. I think this would go perfect.
I've been saving you forever, but this is the moment.
So wait, where does he keep the wine bottles? His prison pocket?
No,
No,
he's got a
Oh.
back.
I got a pocket of holding.
He has
Just
a
for the
wine
wine.
cellar of holding.
I have a wine cellar.
I thought, like this whole time, I'm not even gonna lie, like I thought he just like,
Unfortunately, kind of.
cause that's where he pulls it out from, and then he does it, like back here, all the way back here, like, I have them out to the light.
He has a fanny pack of holding.
He's just like, I've been keistering this shit forever.
Oh god.
That's how you make the Bruno.
I put it in my prison pocket to make sure it's
It
nice
ages.
and right.
It ages faster due to its body.
Right?
I'm go over to. I've been saving this for a while, and I think since you showed me hospitality, it's the least I can do to offer you a cup.
That is a mighty fine gesture.
Now, pour a glass for him. Look at you. I know you don't know what this is, but it's a great moment to drink.
Yeah, you have no idea.
And then I'll hoard the bottle for me in my plate.
Sadly, it is lost on me. But your
I'll
husband,
share.
yeah, your husband, you share with Ramir, or?
No.
Okay.
I'm not sitting down. I'm serving. I'm working.
Oh, the kids are doing a lot of that serving. Like, one of the kids pushes a plate of food in your direction and goes, I keep hearing your stomach grumbling. You need to eat.
That's
Okay, well, thank you. Hand him a piece of gold.
And Elias, you just hear him like, your son? And he goes, yeah. And just kind of like Charlie Brown's his way over to Elias and hands him the gold.
Wait. I show you a trick. Let me see the gold piece.
He's already had it. Like, his dad's authority versus yours, yeah, he's going to follow his
It's
dad.
a magical trick from a priest. Who can resist this?
If you have another coin you can show me.
I telepathically
Yeah,
tell the
here's
kids,
the
don't
coin.
listen to him. He's the devil.
And it's
Now you
gone.
count. And he's like, and you can almost hear in his mind like,
See, a little kid hears a voice in his head saying that a strange man hold him gold. It's a devil. See, you tell
You're
children
doing
don't get in the
public service.
don't get in the sparkly Flynn
you're
van.
doing a public service
Yeah.
for all children. Don't accept gold from strange looking men.
Especially priests of Alondra.
The party continues
I've only done good.
far
Set me
into
on
the
fire.
night.
Twice.
While
Three times.
High Prince Ryger leaves after about an hour and a half of enjoying himself, kisses you on the forehead and says he'll see you at home. And he knows you wish to stay with your brother on his big day. I think I think he did very well.
I get my presents.
I need everybody to roll me a perception check. You with disadvantage.
Well, that would have been great.
Ah.
Total 20.
It's still great. 16.
Your modesty
15.
has overwhelmed your
I rolled
perception.
a natural one.
You hear this and you just no.
17.
17 and
I'm 11.
so pretty much everybody except Rotmere hears the wave of murmurs as people begin talking about how good the food is and who's this Thundergut and how excited they are to try something that he makes again, and they can't wait to try it again. Everybody hears this, and as you all look over, you see Rotmere finally just
Completely oblivious.
completely oblivious to everything that's happening. Maris comes up next to you as you're kind of leaning against the counter in the kitchen and just letting the sweat kind of cool off on your skin as you're looking around. And she comes up next to you with her own plate.
It's very apparent that I'm going to do the dishes, but I've
Yeah, you're taking a
stopped
break. Yeah,
to,
yeah, you're taking a break. She just kind of stands next to you, looks over at you, begins eating too, and if you tell me when I said this, I'll kill you.
Well, allow me to
yeah.
placate you with my personal
no,
reserve.
no,
And
no,
he puts a little bit of dwarven
Well,
blood
as
in.
you're doing
I like how his hands are shaking real life. Just
Again, if you tell anyone I said this, I'll kill you. And you see a sparkle in her
And
eye for a
I
second.
show her a piece of platinum. Please no.
please no.
You can't buy me. This is the best thing I've ever had in my entire life.
Do I hear this?
And if you no, she's This is like
She's
total
insured.
silence. She
Come
is,
on, Twitter needs to know.
Yeah, she is Russian spy, you know. Like, she's KGB agent in the Cold War. This is the best thing I've ever had in my entire life. And if you tell me when I said that, I'm going to kill you. And she smiles a big smile. She finishes what's on her plate. She turns and helps you do the dishes. In silence. And anytime you open your mouth to say something, try to break this awkwardness, you feel eyes upon you.
And I look to see if there's eyes upon me, and
Oh,
if
yeah.
there are,
Yeah, and every time. That was tough. Man, it's kind of hot. Oh yeah. And after 3 or 4 times of that, it finally sinks in, and your lizard brain begins to like, dude, she may actually try to kill you.
I mean, he's a big fighter,
and
but this little woman's
with
got
how
him.
quickly you had to make this meal, you guys destroyed this kitchen. I mean, utterly destroyed it. So you're like, you gotta cut. The kids have already been now at this point been sent to bed. They've all eaten. They're all full. They're asleep.
So I'm probably not going to fully get to see my sister in her finery.
You saw her in her finery.
Yeah, but
and
she was sitting down. And...
No, she was standing. There's not really a whole lot of sitting room when you served your meal.
Okay.
After the meal is when it begins to kind of die out. About an hour after that, it begins to die out. By midnight, there's maybe 20 people in this place that are still partying very hard. And it's when the less wealth-inclined people begin to slowly filter in. Many of them sauntering up to Elias and going, I was told half off drinks. And he takes 2 silver out, puts it on the bar. That's enough for 4, right? Elias goes, yes, sir.
I'm gonna kill you.
And
Once you find out.
pushes 4
When I get my
cups
tab.
of ale in front of him. And the guy, just there by himself, just grabs one and starts drinking. As he finishes, he grabs the other one and starts drinking. By the second one, and when that one's finished, he begins to slow down a bit and starts looking around. Is there any of that food left? There's plenty of it left.
Is this a part where the kitchen is kind of able to run itself and?
Well, the kitchen is done for the night.
Okay.
There's
It's
no
just
more service.
people
But
bringing
there's
food up.
plenty of, I mean, with how much meat he gave you, you still have probably 5 pounds of this that hasn't been served. And there
Okay.
was maybe 75 people in here.
Okay, well then I think I'll use this time as a time where I cut loose and I start carousing with the underbelly of society.
Oh, the first guy that you see is the guy with 4 drinks. You look at him and you can tell that's a wharf worker right there.
Yeah.
You grab a plate of food.
So I come out, I instruct the children. You know,
Children are in bed.
children in bed. So who's left to serve? Just
It's
me?
Elias. Elias. There is no table service anymore. If you want to drink, you got to come to Elias.
Yeah, but food.
No.
Same
It's all in
thing.
the back, same thing. If you want food, you got to go to Maris.
But Maris is gonna bring it out. I don't need to.
No, she doesn't go to the table. But if you want to come get it, bring your freaking lazy ass over to me, and I'll hand it to you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get. You said about 20 people.
Yeah, there's about 20 people in here. It slowly fills up again. You get about maybe 30 people with some of the wharf workers and others, talking about, cheap drinks and a good time. And the smell of that food kept wafting outside. And, oh, I'm so hungry. And they eat a lot, but even they can't go through the rest of what you guys have made.
Okay. I come out of the kitchen. I walk over to Elias and I hand him a piece of platinum and I'm saying, "First round's on me." And I start to rabble rouse.
Okay. You enjoy yourself as you're now like your elbows to elbows with people of who you prefer. You're the Kundarak. You're a family of wealth. I mean, literally the Baker's Guild. But you always liked these kind of people better. and you do better with them. So you have yourself a good time.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab the meanest looking one in there.
Probably the one that had the 4 drinks.
So, I understand that you are brave, yeah. You go to this tavern, you tell the man, not the bartender, he's an evil bastard. Who's the other one?
I'm not going anywhere until my 4 drinks are paid, drink, and his.
And I spend this gold to get you totally smashed.
Don't speak too low.
I'll do it after.
It's very important. Go find the man. Tell him Liam says to come visit his son.
Well, I'll do it after.
It's kind of important. Please?
What bar?
The leaky tanker.
Oh, you just not for 1 gold.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad. They probably won't kill you.
Yeah. Not for 1 gold.
2 gold?
Do I hear this?
He kind of scratches. You're standing right next to the guy. He scratches his beard.
I'll fucking do it.
No, not you. You're partying. You never do that. Come on, 2 gold. You have a pair of stones down there, don't you?
Okay.
His eyes narrow as he looks at you. You know, he'll either crush you or rather take your money. Takes the 2 gold. This stays right here, right? He looks at Elias. This isn't moving. Elias leans forward. This is my bar, boy. He just. Well, can you make sure no one drinks it, please? He goes, yeah. He takes it, puts it on the side, and goes. And this very, very large human man just looks at this halfling man and just, all right, turns and storms out of the welcome wench.
Yes, that works. We have family coming. Everybody will love my dad.
So arm
I'm
wrestling,
leaving you.
strength.
I hear this.
Yeah, you guys are corralled.
There's a great evil about.
So this is basically the middle of the week. So this is not a typical party day, which is why a lot of people have already left at this point. But these guys work hard and they play hard.
Good.
You guys are at the end of the bar near where the king is, so that way he can get the booze out to you even faster.
I tell them about the game that they play in Gatherhold.
Okay.
Oh god, the slapping.
No slapping you. You look over and you see Perry is very close to a very attractive woman. If you go for that thing, you like your women. You like your women a little hairier, a little beefier, but you would think she's attractive, and they're getting closer and closer together, and their talking has now lowered to whispers, and you kind of smile, and you have memories flash in your head of Perry being stabbed by that dragon. You have another memory of Perry having that Aaron fill him full of arrows, and him still soldiering on, raising his even as his rifle breaks down, tossing it aside, pulling the crossbow out, and still pumping round after round into Yugelnok. And you smile.
I silently
you're happy for your friend.
Silently raise my cup to him.
You see Rotmir looking in your direction, raises a cup to you.
Raise my, not sure what I'm drinking at the moment, back.
And 1 gold. Like the guy on the man show.
Yeah, you're yeah.
Oh, I can't let him beat me.
Easier for you because you're drinking the expensive wine that he put down, and you're feeling it. I mean, you are inebriated, and she is getting more and more giggly. She's getting closer. You can see the heat in her cheeks has risen, and you can see a bit of redness in there. She was already kind of touchy, but now it's almost full-blown petting at this point. And Elias keeps casting a very serious kind of crooked eye at you as you do this. You just kind of flitting around and talking to people.
When I see that,
drinks.
I'm going to assist. I will sing them the most
Roll me a
romantic
perception.
song I know.
Oh, I bring a plate of food on.
So wait, the predator has become the prey.
The problem is as much as you want a wingman for him,
Yes.
the woman who you convinced to come she's one of the only of the upper crust that hasn't left, and she seems to be following you around and having you regale her with tales.
Is this Lady Chrysanthemum?
No.
No.
Nah.
This is annoying.
And you have that voice in the back of your head that just goes, such a burden,
Oh my god.
such a burden being so good.
I didn't mean to
And
do
Tristan,
this.
how heavily are you drinking?
Not actually that heavily, but I will
Okay.
walk up to Flynn and go, "Thank you. It was good. Good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
man.
I appreciate it.
And
Yeah. Where's the good
Arnos,
wine?
you're the only one that I haven't really
Oh,
been
my-
able to zero on too much. As you continue to help spread rumors and do your Twitter.
Right.
This is no label, motherfuckers.
It's on there.
Motherfucker.
Where's the
I don't know what
underneath?
song it is.
What
Yeah, I
do
do.
you
No, you don't.
drink heavily? Are you a fine?
I am of the Kondarak family.
Yeah.
I know what I'm
I do drink.
You have
it.
spent as long as you can remember, which isn't even your entire life, as
Mhm.
long as you can remember, wishing to be able to destroy that thing and free your
Mhm.
people. And now, the thing that you have wanted to do for years stands completed.
Mhm.
How does Arnos react to that?
They're downing a tankard of ale, possibly drunkenly standing on a stool. A toast to my friends. That story you regaled everyone with, that was functionally my quest, not y'all's. But you helped me with it, and I never said thank you.
Because we're arguing over Waymouth.
No,
Thank you.
when you guys hear Arnos,
We stop,
typically in the corner, typically quiet, stand up in the center of the room and address you all.
Do I even notice?
Oh yes. This is something so out of the ordinary.
And half of you are probably not going to remember this anyways.
Yeah. This is only my 8th drink.
Arnos!
To Arnos.
Arnos!
This beer is so good. And you were downing it like crazy, and holy shit, like, you think you could drink this orc under the table because it's not even affecting you.
Ah, yeah, right. He's
You
going to remember.
are a beast.
Beast.
What?
It is around this time that
Actually.
Mariah leans over and whispers to you, I think the balcony's here.
I agree.
Snoo, snoo!
And I think, what's the bartender's name?
Elias.
I think Elias wants us out of here.
As you guys stand up, he just kind of follows you, watching as you go up the stairs. You come up the stairs here, you come around, down the long hallway, and you can see this balcony at one time probably had one of the best views of the city. But now, there is a guard tower that sits directly in front of it, completely obliterating any kind of view of the ocean itself. So this balcony has a great view of a brick wall 10 feet across the alley.
Someone needs to fix that.
And the guard tower, the guards can see the balcony?
They can look down and see it.
Yeah.
Oh.
She leans close
Oh.
and she says, you know, what would you say is the most powerful thing that you've ever had the privilege of taking its life?
That's a rather strange question there.
Thrak.
I'm
But-
curious.
Well, probably our most recent quest.
Did you do the killing well?
I don't think I did.
Oh, then you have to remember. Nothing stands out in your mind?
No, it wasn't me, was it? No.
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 That was decidedly Romir.
That's right.
Mm.
Didn't you kill the big nasty T-Rex of awfulness?
Yes, he did.
That's right,
That's
yeah.
right.
King
He
of
did.
Feathers.
You killed the King of Feathers.
Well, there was this one creature over there in the Omu that I just happened to take the final shot that put it down.
Oh. That sounds like a scary fight. Sounds like a powerful enemy.
It was. And we've gotten lucky more than once.
She kind of looks to the beautiful view. For a moment, kind of seems lost in probably very lustful thoughts. What a moment insight check.
Ah!
That was good.
5.
Oh yeah, you're barely paying attention to what she's doing. You're just counting the seconds until you start tearing your clothes off. You're in it. I mean, you're there. You're about to close the deal, man.
In like fleeing.
See, if you'd asked me, I would have cast Thaumaturgy
hold
to
on.
make your clothes blow off.
She turns back and looks at you, and you look up from her ample bosom, and you look into her eyes, and she smiles at you. A wide grin, almost too wide. She leans closer, takes a step towards you. There's nothing else that you've ever used that vile weapon to kill. No creature. She takes another step.
Gotta take a step back at the
face.
reference of vile against my rifle.
And you are now very conscious as she takes another step towards you. You're wearing your Lester's finery. Your equipment is in the guild hall, along with everyone else's. As she takes another step, you should remember the face of your enemy when you are foolish enough to raise blade against them. And you see her beautiful, perfect face begin to roil and shift. It becomes a wider, flat nose. Cheeks descend. Her pale alabaster skin becomes black. Black as night. Black as a panther's hide. The clothes fall away. You see a cloak billowing out from the creature's back. You see the studded leather armor it wears.
Can I punch it?
And you feel the blade as it slides between your ribs as she takes another step towards you. Takes your left shoulder your right shoulder in her left hand and pulls you closer. Come, lover, embrace me. And that's where we're gonna take our break.
Dead by Snooze Move.
Son of a
Alright,
bitch.
call it.
Cheeky fucker!
Do you,
You gotta go pause it.
are you
Oh,
following?
no.
Is this your backstory?
We can go-
or is this from-
No, that was
That's
little,
the Rashok
that's the
from
Rashok
the
Remember
from
from
the library that we failed to kill because we didn't know how to use the spear.
Gotcha. Oh,
So,
Come,
for the
lover.
purposes of
You're
this,
penetrated.
I always have my wands on.
I'll
The
explain
penetration's supposed to go the other way.
I'll explain you.
all right, everybody, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back here in about
surprise.
15 minutes. Get ourselves some to drink. Try to get my throat to calm down a little bit, and we'll be back for me to go ahead and kill Perry.
Yay! New character.
Pretty much have no about like better.
You can toss that in the bag.
I like Great Old One Warlocks. Haven't had a chance to play one yet.
Alright. Do what you want, dude.
Telepathically talk to anything is nice. Considering how many times I really run away was.
is hot in this room.
I just noticed that.
I just kind of start.
If it happens, it happens, right?
We should probably have left the door open.
Yeah, we
just
should
so
have.
air it out. But then
Why-
again, our stuff is in here, and there are people out there.
Why is it so hot in here?
We didn't notice before. We stepped outside and got to feel the contrast.
Your butt,
Sorry.
I mean, unless you want your butt to rub against my back.
Some floors, I think I'm good.
Hey, so never mind to me.
Don't judging. Don't
Do you
keep
need more
changing.
coffee?
Yeah.
Is a heater
Do you
on?
need more coffee?
No, no, I
No,
got
no,
chai coffee.
I don't think so. Is
Talk
it?
about the simple, slow
It
process.
feels like it might be.
I
A
love
From
you.
your guard, and I cut
I love you, buddy.
cut, and then your
Aw.
return's gonna be this.
Yeah, the heater is on.
The heat, that's what it
It's
is.
just all of us in here.
No, the heater's on.
Put your hand right
It's a new
here.
card game.
Okay, you know what it is, the heater. I
I know.
Why is the heater on with them doing athletic activity out there? That's kind of insane. Oh, yeah, right.
It does feel a lot hotter than it was.
Apparently they kicked the heater on or something.
Remember when we were buying the WoW pack so I could get the
Go
little
check that out. That's a cool looking card.
the thingy?
Vince,
Make a good cut.
check that out.
We had powered thrust, but cuts, if there is deflection, we tend to say.
There's that one of the guys that got an Age of Sigmar that's going to be in our Path to Glory campaign, which you need to jump into, by the
They
way.
just found the AC
on the
today.
body.
No.
Even if there's some deflection or guard.
Yeah,
on the
that's
body,
pumping
Yes,
hot
he's
air.
the
It's
one
not
pushing
hot
for
air,
it.
it's not moist air.
Alright, well, we're gonna have to deal with it because we
I'll
gotta
talk
get
to
back
him
to
about
it.
it. Hot air.
Make your guard work.
Yeah,
We gotta get back to it, guys, so we're gonna have to deal with it. sadly.
Other,
You only feel from outside.
and the door has defeated Paul.
The door really is just kind of okay.
It needs a sand, a good sandy.
Damn drunk carpenters.
That's racist, sir.
I didn't know carpenter was a race.
Check your privilege, Kyle.
Alright,
Let's have a little more lighthearted talk till he's done, because you know we're about to go to Periwinkle, Twinkle Twinkle.
okay, so getting back to it, people. Alright,
Right.
so
Don't forget to count down.
Dice under the table.
It doesn't
Alright.
matter. Count it down, man.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, and we're back in. Sonia, do me a favor, talk louder.
Okay.
Okay, so now back from the break, we are getting back into the peril that Perry now finds himself in.
Getting scared!
Getting skewered. So that is going to be
You meant to penetrate her, but instead
Where
she has
is
penetrated you.
Stairs.
okay. That is that is 22 points of damage, and you feel darkness. The shadows around you almost coalesce to your skin and seep in your body, and you feel unwell to your core. At this point here, we're going to go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh, great.
Anybody?
Hey, look, a natural one.
No one is excluded from this, as you all are released in the same building.
Did you want to show me? Oh. All
All right, so 20 to 25. 15 to 20.
18. Really, guys? When my life's in
10 to 15.
10.
Cheers now.
Are you guys serious?
9. I rolled a natural 1.
9.
9.
So 9 for Arnos,
9.
9 for Triswin, and
9.
9 for Flynn. Are you guys sure you're not the Mighty Nine?
I got
just
one.
asking.
9.
I got a whole 1.
Okay.
You were the one.
They call Flynn the Mighty Nine in the bedroom.
Oh.
Okay. So,
Fairly well, friend.
that was this creature's sneak attack, and as it pulls the blade out of your body, it is going to go ahead and look deep into your eyes and you feel an overwhelming presence begin to press upon your own consciousness. I need you to go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
16.
16. As it pulls the blade out of you, she leans closer as you try to back up, still holding onto your shoulder, says, "Stand with me, lover." And you stop. A smile spreads across your face. So, arm in arm with this creature. While you think she would be pissed that you killed her, and yeah, she may have just stabbed you, but it seems as if that was her revenge. I mean, you guys are good friends now. You can get past this.
No, that... You can go back into the other form and, we can have a little fun.
And she smiles. At this point, I'll still keep the initiative order like it is. But she smiles at you, leans closer, and you feel her panther teeth nip against your ear. And she says to you, "The tower next to us, isn't it just so very tall?"
I think it's kind of in the way of the sea.
"I think you should climb it and get a better view of everything around it. Don't you? I mean, that would be much, much better for you to fling yourself off of than this simple structure."
That seems kind of high. Like, it must hurt.
Hold on one second.
Just checking to see whether or not I
Whether or not you can ask you to
wiggle
kill
this
yourself.
one out.
Potentially.
So anyway, Rotsman, I said to the orc, "No, that's not how the females look in that town. That was a male." And then he said, "Yeah, that is a male, but it's all good in that town." No, not funny.
That's slightly horrifying.
Yeah, for the orc, not for me.
Are your people?
I gotta be honest, you people are way too diverse in appearance for me.
Tarka just stares at her like stupid. It's like,
I haven't really interacted with
Yeah,
any
but your
orcs.
people are not that diverse.
Okay, I need to
confusing.
adjust them.
you're
She
more
does
than
like-
similar.
about my people.
She says, "I'm Captain of the Guard. It'd be much better for us to go up there and enjoy the view. Don't you agree?" And yeah, that sounds like a really good idea.
Sounds like a great idea.
You feel like you're almost telepathically connected to this person who goes from looking like this panther to, once again, the same super hot woman. And you're so happy. Once again, it's that super hot woman again.
I have this urge to tell the rest of the people, my friends, the great news.
She links arm in arm and begins walking out of the Welcome Winch.
Hey, where are you going?
We're going up to the top of the tower.
Do I see his wound?
It's the
I
Rikshasha.
want you
Make
to
friends
roll a
with me.
perception check. Now, you're carousing with
Yeah.
these, so I need you to roll a disadvantage.
Are we all rolling?
He just said point blank Rakshasa.
Yeah, he did.
That was the.
You don't actually know what the creature's called.
Oh.
That's irrelevant.
Hey,
Yeah.
one of the things we killed made friends with me. We're good.
Huh?
Well,
That's confusing.
12? Yeah. He's talking gibberish. He's obviously
One of the
drunk because
things
he's
we
slurring most of what he says. I mean,
I'm
it doesn't make any
slurring.
sense.
How about a
He
perception?
seems super happy.
How about a perception check? You said you got stabbed. Or
He's being a little
he got
rough 'cause
stabbed.
there's some blood on his shirt. I mean, it's a red satin shirt, but there's a darker spot on it. And there's
Is it still
obviously-
sticking out?
Oh, no, she pulled the blade out of you. I mean, there's obviously a slit there.
okay. I kind of stop rousing for a minute, and
Right as you do, whap!
and I point out the dude and I walk towards him.
Oh, they're walk in. So you start following them.
I'm following him.
Well, they're much closer to the door than you are, so they will be out the door, and they make a hard left and begin walking this way.
See the blood stain before they make it out.
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
I'm like, Perry, wait up. I've got to ask you something.
15.
Now's not the time. I'm gonna go get lucky.
Roll with
Disadvantage.
You got a gut wound.
Sweet.
Oh, hold on. Or
Perception.
yes, continue.
That's a 17.
You both notice something's weird. He's definitely, and this is basically as he opens the door for you, see him kind of wince. He opens the door and you can see there's obviously blood that's on his shirt. And just as quickly, the door closes and they are out. And you see Rotmir kind of stomping behind
Go
him.
after
And
him.
Yeah, I'm
Go
going
after him, because then it's like, do the words like click and what he said, that one of the things we killed made friends with him?
you didn't,
No one
he
heard me.
wasn't articulating very well.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm going
it's
after
literally one. There's so much noise in here, and then
Like
hearing
that.
his very drunk speech in your own head, it's like that.
All you heard was, "I'm gonna get laid."
Yeah, pretty much.
Draka, the door. We go.
Thaumaturgy, throw that bitch open.
So,
Where's everyone
roll me a
going?
perception check.
Arnos, come on!
Yeah.
Yelling.
13.
Yeah. As loud as Gregor's being, you see a strange look on Flint's face. He's gone from the typical bullshitter that he normally is to having a very serious look on his face, and he's walking towards the door.
Not walking.
Well, he's
So-
kind of half jogging. I mean,
I-
you've had quite
I
a bit
book
to
it.
drink, so you're still kind of woo.
I book
So,
it, and I've only had like a...
I class arms with Gregor. It's been great seeing you, brother, but it looks like I have to go to work. Killing shit, so make me proud. Glad on it.
And yeah, I mean, okay, you've never drinking this much before in your life. You want to get drunk. You stand up, you are level-headed and clear like you slept 8 hours before a battle. I mean, you are ready. You are crisp and on it. You see these two kind of stumbling a little bit.
I don't know. I only had a few drinks.
Yeah, but you still had a few drinks. You're not 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great fucking mug. I fucking, before I go, I grab a fucking mug.
So you go take a step back, grab it, and you start heading towards the door. So you're behind Flynn.
I booked it.
Yeah, well, you noticed it before, right before Flynn did. So you're
Full
already
on
at
run.
this point. You're out the door. You're moving around,
Full
following
on run if I can.
him. Oh, yeah, it's too. I mean, here
Yeah.
with how many people is, you're trying to move as quickly as you can, and you're behind that, and then you're right behind Flynn.
Oh, I
as you go.
just remembered.
Arnos, it's pretty easy for you to see. Every member of your group basically,
When I yelled at
you know,
you.
20 minutes after your toast, begin filing out.
I yelled at you.
Wow.
Can I
wow,
try
I
to
wasn't expecting
telepathically
it to click
communicate
around.
with him since he's
He's within 30 feet of you, right?
Yeah.
He's beyond 30 feet.
Following
Jesus
the map?
Christ, you did drag fast.
I did.
Well, no, they were literally, when you guys noticed, it was at the door. You guys are at the opposite end of the bar.
Oh,
seeking
God.
this.
She did call me.
I did call to him and say, Arnos, we've got to go.
Well, then, and you hear it, and you see it.
Flutter, flutter,
So-
flutter, flop, flop.
Drunk flying.
You feel the urge to move quickly, and you begin picking up your pace. It's kind of hard because you're kind of drunk, but man, this girl, she's so nice and pretty. She's so sure-footed too, and strong because she's carrying a lot of your weight with her. Like you knew you picked a good one. You
I'm
can't
gonna
wait
get
for what's
laid.
coming now. You're gonna get laid like hell. I mean, the panther thing's a little off-putting in the backwards hands. It's kind of weird, but you get past it.
We can get over it. I like
I need
exotic.
a perception check from you as you exit.
Disadvantage?
No, at this point you're watching. This is you following them.
22.
You see them immediately disappear behind an alley.
I'm in my head and I'm like, what is he thinking? He can't have sex with a gut wound.
And
I'm
I'm sorry, what'd you roll?
22.
22. In the ever-burning torch light, you can see a very clear few drops of blood that doesn't
Yeah.
seem to be stopping.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure I'm
Yeah, I pick up my pace to a double move.
okay. as you begin, I mean, at this point, you see that, and there's, oh shit, and you start booking. It's about,
Do I
he's
see where
running,
he is?
you open the door, roll me a perception check.
Disadvantage?
No,
Or-
you're watching that.
That's 17 plus 5.
You hear you know his stumpy footsteps anywhere, and
Yeah.
you turn and look, and you see him haul ass right around a corner, and you begin to book it.
I
You
book
immediately
it.
see the direction that she's going with the door open. So do you, Thraka, and so do you, Arnold.
I'll scream at them, hurry up!
I'm doing the Jack Sparrow sprint.
I'm fluttering as quickly after as I can.
As,
Well, actually, I'd be passing everybody.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong name.
How indecent is the exposure with my running right now?
Extremely. And you realize, you very
Move
quickly
his
realize
foot out.
this is a dress
She's like
that's
this.
meant to be
This is for show.
standing in. You know, you're supposed to be standing and regal and posing. You're full on, like, you're not even doing. You see blood on the ground. You see Rotmir hauling ass, and you just start running, and you realize this offers no support. This offers no
So
support.
she's-
So after like the first few things, you like look down and you realize you've already pretty much come out of it, and just wrap an arm
Not
around yourself
again!
and start one arm in it around that corner. You're a lot faster than your brother is. You can see as you round the corner that this thing is half carrying, half supporting Perry, and begins pulling him. It's pulling him away. She's easily able to outclip you.
Yeah. Do I have an action
But-
to yell anything?
But when she looks back and sees you, she looks into your eyes, and when your eyes, and once again those human eyes begin to turn to feline. I'm sorry, my dear. It looks like our tryst will have to wait till another time. Let me leave you with something. And that blade is once again in her hand. You look down and you're like, oh, she bought me a knife. That's so nice.
Shank.
Obviously. So your AC is 10 plus your dexterity modifier.
10 plus my dexterity?
Yep.
Oh,
So
okay.
16.
So that's
So
16.
Yep, so a 22 and a 19 are both going to hit.
Yes.
Okay, so
Because I'm not wearing her.
Does this immediately break the...
now you're going to get a saving throw against it after I roll damage, okay? So you're going to get another saving throw against the spell.
I thought the spell ended if they do...
Different stuff.
Something else.
Thinking it for me,
else.
can I grab a hold of the knife?
No, because you're literally, this is the love of your life. This person means more to you than anything. They're trying to give you a knife. Ah, it's sharp. No, hand it to me, play it, handle first. Ow, ow. You know. That is 24 points of damage
This is
for the
karmic.
first attack, and
I'm just trying to see if I'm in the range.
Karmic justice for all the things that you penetrated in your life.
and 27 points of damage from the second hit.
Okay.
Are you still up?
I think so. So that is
Plus
24.
the 22 earlier.
So 24 plus 27. So that's
Plus
40,
51, 73 damage.
73 damage plus the 22?
No,
That's with
that's
the
with the
22.
It's
22.
with the 22.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
73
So,
total.
yeah, oh yeah, I'm up.
So you're still up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got more health points than
You see
Yeah, I do.
this woman
Yeah.
turn, and
Almost.
suddenly it's not a woman anymore. You see it slowly morph and look exactly like that thing. And in your tired, and you try to catch up a bit with the beer, liquor-soaked mind, you recognize that freaking cat creature that you guys killed in Kornberg in the library with Thribus. And it's standing in front of him, and it's shanking him. Go and roll a saving throw, please. Wisdom saving throw.
Am I close enough?
No.
It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, that's for the first one.
6.
And
Okay.
again, from the second hit.
I'm gonna roll a different die.
7.
Yeah, it's still less than 16
Okay.
that I rolled.
Earlier.
Harry, for some reason, reaches up and puts both of his hands around its face, and
Let me
only
pat
see
you
the
behind the
back of
ear.
him, but he's not even trying to defend himself. Now, at this point, at your turn, you can take a full move and get to them, but it'll take your action and your move in order to get to them.
So double move.
Yeah, you have to double move to get.
Yeah, he's getting as
I
much.
mean, you're just haul ass as
and
much as you can.
I've got murder in my eyes.
You come around the corner and it's as easy to see. I mean, you can see right over your shorter brother, and you see the same thing. You see Perry with his hands on this panther creature's face that immediately just, oh shit, as this thing is just driving a blade into his gut over and over again. What are you gonna do?
And I move up so it's within my Eldritch Blast reach.
Oh, it's now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom, Eldritch Blast, grab it and pull it.
Roll a hit.
That's gonna be 17 plus 8.
That is definitely a hit. And nothing happens.
Oh yeah.
You see your eldritch energy fly out from your hand, and right over Perry's shoulder, it strikes the creature in the chest and seems to dissipate and crackle against its body.
6 points of damage if it does.
No, nothing happened.
Get away from him!
You hear so she's
And
run.
move.
She half move. She did regular moves and does her attack. At that point, you'll catch up, come around the corner, and you're about right where she is, and you can see what's happening with the stabby, stabby, stab with your double move, and that puts you guys. You guys are right with him. So basically, the
I think I
four
might
of
be
you are right
past him.
around
Don't
that
forget, I
corner.
move faster than everybody.
But
regardless.
you're the last person to go.
Hmm.
Like you were kind of still standing on the thing, and then, oh
You
shit,
would,
that's
yeah.
right. You know.
And you are drunk flying.
Yeah, you don't drink as much as you have tonight. You're very drunk. So, coming back around to this thing's turn.
Did I get one?
You're with them now. You guys had to double move to get where Flynn and she is at the head of this alley, and you can see Rotmir hurtling himself down there, and it looks like he's going to at least reach the thing within a few moments. But right before he gets there, she swings at him twice again.
Could I hex her since it's a bonus action?
Double movement.
Yeah, the dashing ends your action unless he does a bonus action.
Yeah.
God, he's getting stabbed.
28
Yeah.
for the first one, and natural 20 on the second.
Oh!
Okay, so first one. Okay, didn't roll that good. Didn't roll good for damage that time. That is 15. That is 15 points of damage for the first hit.
Okay.
Are you still up?
Yes, I'm still up.
Okay. The second hit is a crit, though. 16. That is 49 points of damage on the
That will
second
bring me
hit.
down.
You see
137 total.
her stick it into him again, and he just crumples to the ground. Now, at this point, the spell ends, but you are unconscious. Her standing above you. What do you? It's now your turn. So, well, actually, here we're going to go to do this in order. It is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move to melee distance.
Oh, you're there at the end of your movement. You're there basically.
Okay. I'm gonna take my meaty fists and just pummel this thing into pulp with my intent.
Roll a hit.
So it's 1 plus my strength
Yep.
for damage.
Well, at this point, I think that music is a little too
Two
upbeat
of
for
these.
this.
Yeah, to weave it.
26.
26 is a hit.
So that will be 5 damage.
Okay. You have another attack?
I've got 2 more.
Slayer would be appropriate for how bad he got stabbed.
21.
Raining blood
21's a hit.
from his wound.
Yes, 21's a hit.
So that is
Huh? My fault.
another 5 damage.
Yep.
As I go down.
And then 13 is probably a miss.
No, 13 is a miss. Okay, so
I'm going to Unwavering Mark.
okay. First one.
As Bird goes down, I love you to death.
move up the rest of my move, so my 30 feet, right?
Yep, 30 feet. So you are 30 feet away from him.
just died in
Or 20 feet away from him.
Yeah, grab him.
So you're gonna double. So
Go.
you're double.
That's pretty much.
Well, no, you said I'm only 20 feet.
No, you're 30. You're 30 feet.
Because I moved 30 feet up.
Yeah, you're 30 feet from. No, I'm sorry. You're 50 feet from him because you're at the mouth of the.
Because you said
The alley.
Oh.
It's you, Flynn, the drunk, and
So it
Arnold
requires
right
double
behind you.
move. to
So
get
it would
to us.
require, yeah, like his double move to get from there to there. It's just out. She's 50 feet away, so you'd have to double move in order to get to her.
Yeah.
You basically moved 50 feet down from the mouth of the alley and saw him coming and just started attacking.
I will move and cover him. So,
So
kind
you
of use
double
my
move?
body to shield.
Okay, so you literally dive onto his body. Okay.
And I will scream, Flynn, roasted!
Arnos.
I have a feeling I'm about to get hit by another fireball.
Go crazy.
She is from you 55 feet away.
Well, I can't close that distance. And I have no ranged weapons.
You can close that distance, actually, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah, right. I guess I could. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, drop what is it? A step of wind.
Strike or step of wind, okay. So step of wind as a bonus action, you spend your key point. You
Actually, Zephyr Strike's a better option. I'll use that.
so you can do that. Okay, that will negate your disadvantage for the attack because you're drunk.
Yeah! I would think the adrenaline
so
would do that.
You start running down. You begin running so fast. You put your foot on the wall and just begin wall running, jumping behind her, turning around and trying to attack her.
Wait, am I flanking now? I can flank now.
Yeah, you're playing with him.
So I do have advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage, disadvantage, so advantage.
Yay! Because one of those was a fucking nat one. Screw you, blue die. Why? Why would you do this to me? D6, D6. Well, I can't not. Like,
Remember,
so.
this is unarmed.
Yes, it is. D6.
Yes,
it is.
Holy
D6.
crap!
He punches hard.
I punch very hard. Don't bother getting into a fist fight with Arnos, you're screwed. That should be +3. So 6, 10, 12 points of damage.
Sneak attack?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
That was part of it.
yeah.
Okay, and you did the extra for. Oh no, never mind. Go ahead. Your next attack. Yeah, you have 2 attacks.
If you trip if someone's prone, do they have disadvantage on saving throws?
No.
Damn. If they're grappled, no, they don't.
No.
Just punch her again. That's fine.
Roll a hit.
Why don't you know Kalima?
Ah, nat 20. That's a crit for max damage on the other die anyway.
Nice, so 12 plus
15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. All right. You jump on the
Ooh, I
other
like
side,
the
turn
one
around,
on charge.
and smash her right in the back of the neck. She cries out in pain,
You know what?
swinging at you with the dagger.
Stunning strike. Fuck it. Stunning strike.
Okay.
Scrap.
So she swings at you,
She's
you
the-
duck
the
under it, and you come up
concept.
with an uppercut, bringing everything you got with that uppercut.
It's only a DC.
DC what?
Hold on. It's 5 plus 3.
Proficiency plus ability plus 8.
Yes.
16.
Okay. So it's wisdom, correct or con?
It is a con.
Con. Okay. So
I would have wisdom.
I rolled an 11 plus 4 is 15.
Yes.
As she turns around, you make contact with her chin. The neck snaps back so hard you hear popping of bone as her eyes roll back in her head, and she stands there for a moment, completely unaware of her surroundings.
+1 damage on that first one. I completely forgot the Zephyr Strike adds the D8.
It does.
I did.
Flynn,
Do I remember that she's immune to basically all magic?
roll me an intelligence check, and I won't give you disadvantage.
Because
You haven't had that much to drink. You've mainly been trying to.
15?
15? Yeah. You start pulling out like, oh, fireball! No.
I shall dip into my pouch of holding and pull forth the mace I never use.
Okay.
And run forward screaming with the wine bottle.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm dual wielding the wine bottle and the mace.
All of a sudden, You feel a surge of adrenaline hit your heart as you see Flynn reach and pull out a mace, raise it high, and scream. What is kind of girly, but still very inspiring. And just start charging this thing.
So it's more like, get off my friend! Ah!
Yes.
And what do?
I'm gonna toss the mace to Rotmir when I get within 30 feet.
Okay, you'll get within 30 feet. You can.
Rotmir!
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so you're gonna toss it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just roll me a general dexterity. Dexterity check.
14, 15.
You scream Rotmir and throw, and right as Rotmir is turns and looks, it kind of whoop against his back and hits the
Ow.
ground. So right your feet.
Bonus
So,
action
like-
to pick it up.
It's like when the magic hit her, just went.
It just dissipated.
And I
So
shall
like
Right.
stuff that does bludgeoning damage wouldn't do anything then.
Oh no, no.
She's
Like
immune.
like area,
Well, he doesn't
like
know,
area.
so what are you gonna do?
Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah, you wanna do?
You do you.
free action or whatever. I ask Flynn or whatever, like telepathically, what works on this bitch.
That'd be a bonus action.
Okay.
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage because you were screaming at the top of your lungs.
In his brain.
That would be a 16.
16?
Nope, sorry, 12.
12? Yeah. You hear him he's screaming at the top of his lungs and he doesn't answer you in time.
I'm going to battle with my empty wine bottle, damn it. I'm going to Shanker prison style.
So I need what you're doing, Throcker. Gotta move on.
Alright, so I don't have my hammer and
Nope.
Attack with it.
I'm just trying to fucking fist her.
Maybe your magic
Crazy.
is better
Hashtag
than
me too.
This is my date! No fisting my date!
You're unconscious.
Oh, Blaze, when is someone unconscious ever?
So what I'm gonna do is just have a look. I don't know what fucking works or not, but
Okay.
I'm gonna run up. I'm going to use what's the range on this thing? 20-foot square and
60 foot.
nope. That will hit them because they're already like.
Okay,
balls
we're
deep.
gonna say no, you're not drunk.
You can
You've been
do-
inspired by Flynn, so you just start charging at her. We'll get to your action on next turn.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna cast Arms of Hadar on her at 5th level because that's
Okay.
all I have. So Arms of Hadar, you invoke the
Okay,
power of Hadar.
as you rush forward and you have your spell and kind of wrap it around her body, you see it just touch almost like an invisible barrier on her skin and just slide off. The magic wasted. Spell is spent. But she appears to be completely unaffected.
Oh, great.
Now, her turn, you see her, and then her eyes right, and she looks around. Perry, I need a death saving throw, please.
Did she just shake it off? Because it doesn't end until the end of my next turn.
It's
So,
all happening. This is all happening
let's make
simultaneously.
sure.
It's narrative purposes.
11.
11, so pass.
Yeah.
We're up here.
Okay, bonus action to pick up the mace.
Yes, sir. Actually, it'll take your move action to pick up the mace.
Move action to pick up the mace. I am going to.
You do have advantage because you're flanking. It is a d6.
Okay, is
And it's a
it
+1.
+1? Okay.
I thought they were
so-
Yeah.
D6s.
It's better than a punch. And it's a magic mace.
Oh.
No, they're both rounds.
So that would be a 20, modified 20.
Modified 20 is a match.
Okay, so 1 plus 6 damage.
So 7.
Is this is this a magical mace?
It's just a +1 mace.
Just +1 mace.
Well,
Okay,
it's
second
a
attack.
+1 magic item.
Magical bashing damage. Second attack,
That's a hit.
hit for 11 damage.
Okay.
Oh wait, 12 +1.
Yeah.
And the third action of a 20.
Yep.
Or no, 20. Well, a hit. Okay, so 4 plus 5, 9, 10.
Okay.
+1 mace and I can't do anything to help him.
Okay, so that's your action, your move action, and she's already marked for your bonus action.
Yeah, so I have a wasted bonus action.
Choice one.
As I'm on top of him, Cure Wounds, 3rd level.
Nothing seems to happen.
Take her down! And can I kind of like try to drag him away from her?
She is stunned till the end of his turn, so you can move him 15 feet down.
I will move him 15 feet.
Okay.
Even if I have to actually carry him, I will do it.
No, that will take your action and your move action in order to pull him with you.
Our penetrator
Okay.
has been penetrated.
No, I'm sorry, it'll take your move action to pull
I
him
wanted
with
to
you,
wake up with
because
just
he's
those
not
boobs hanging
fighting
on me.
against it.
Alright.
Take solace in the fact that I'm passed out.
Yeah, so you won't get to revel in it.
You know this
I've
is
seen
not-
them already.
Okay. Argos.
Long story.
Get the spear. And stomach strike.
Hold ahead.
Oh wait, no, I don't have that anymore.
So the go ball.
That is, yes it is.
The only reason I have the mace is I keep most of my crap in the back.
The total
you have
is.
advantage.
Oh yeah, right, I do actually have advantage.
Oh no, he has disadvantage.
No, I have.
Because
I
you're-
functionally do have advantage though, because she's stunned to all five.
And flanks.
Sure. Sure, go ahead.
But it doesn't matter. I rolled lower. The total is
Target number's 20.
19.
Yeah, miss.
Okay.
He matched on the 20.
Second attack.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, right. Boink. Oh god, that's still a miss. Flurry, flurry of blows?
Okay.
Oh
You're
god,
gonna
why
spend
you
the
do
key
this to me,
point?
dice?
Yeah, so you are going to spend the key points for the extra attack?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, martial arts always gives you an extra attack with a bonus action if you want to use it.
That one is actually a 20. Hold on. Let me double check.
And
Are
if
you
it's a
able to
20,
pull a hammer out of your
Oh, I
boots?
just gotta double check my.
No, I don't have the back
But I
on.
don't use my. What's it
My,
called?
all
Very
my
often.
stuff is at my
Yes.
house.
Flynn's innate
I'm
paranoia.
strike. Okay, no, that's a
Narcissism.
19. Still a miss. Goddamn.
You need to learn to keister stash.
Nope. God damn.
I was
that
with my
is a no.
husband.
A
She's
whole
will
hammer.
come out of her
That's even
stun
worse.
faster
Don't
than
get
what
excited.
you
He's got
thought.
sex
And as
drive.
you just throw a flurry of attacks at her, she just dodges
No, I
out of the
can't
way of each
kill it.
one. Flynn.
Until I return to my turn.
Quick and greater invisibility.
Okay. That is
And
your
then I'm-
bonus action.
I'm going to run up and scream in my manly voice. "Ah!" And start beating that bitch with my wine bottle.
Okay, I'm gonna roll an attack with advantage.
I'm gonna miss.
Holy shit, I don't think you did.
Am I proficient with the wine bottle?
You are
I
not
drink
proficient
enough.
with-
I should be
You are not
proficient.
proficient with the wine bottle, but I'll let you use your better strength or dex, your choice.
It doesn't matter.
They're both four.
It doesn't
17.
matter.
You're hitting her, but the bottle's not breaking. It doesn't seem to be doing too much.
So you just see a floating wine bottle.
But I do love that. No, the bottle itself is invisible too, because you're holding it when you cast it. So
then
you
you
just
just
hear tunk, tunk. Yeah.
As much wine as I drink, I think I should be proficient with the wine bottle weapon.
Yeah, I would agree. You should.
I'm gonna try to tackle the bitch.
Okay.
I totally
Roll
forgot that I have
a,
staff in the bag of bullets.
It's athletics.
Athletics attack.
So I just roll athletics.
Yeah,
So
roll
roll
athletics
and
versus.
athletics.
Yeah, she'll roll or something else.
She'll roll.
Yeah, she should've done that.
18.
I rolled a natural 18 plus. Let's see.
Athletics or acrobatics, I think she's good.
Her, that's a 24. So yeah, you go to tackle her and she just steps out of the way. All of you who are next to her can see that she still has her eyes fixed on the limp body of Perry.
As I go past Hex.
And the same thing as you try to have the darkness coalesce and hex her, bring her down to your level. The magic seems to reach but grasp nothing. Spell is lost.
I want my fucking hammer.
Okay, her turn.
Why am I wearing stretch pants and I have no
You
hammer?
see her take both of the daggers, and she throws both of the daggers at Perry.
But she stood it though. Provoking?
With disadvantage because you are prone. So that is a 16.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's a match if I remember correctly.
Yes. So that is unnatural 20, so that is an automatic failed death saving throw. And
It doesn't hit me instead?
No.
I am carrying him?
no, because
I
you're
would-
carrying him away. She's aiming for where you're not. If you were covering them, then you would have given them cover, but you started dragging them away. It is a natural 20 and a 19. So that is another failed death saving throw. So, Perry, go ahead and roll.
Yeah, that is a 10.
10.
10?
Pass.
That was a pass.
Alright.
That is a barely pass. Ramir. Oh,
Okay.
hold on a second. I'm
Stop
sorry.
dying!
I'm sorry. On her turn, I will give you a perception check.
15.
15? Okay. On her turn, you see her throw them. Then she takes a step back and disappears. And you see her 30 feet away reappear. And
Which
she
direction?
looks
Where
like
I
she's
am.
turning and running the opposite direction. Away from you guys.
Okay.
So she is 30 feet away from you because it took her move action. No, it took her bonus action to do that. So she is 70 feet away from
Double move towards her.
you. And you just start haul-assing behind her.
Yeah.
Okay? Just wait.
Scream at the top of my lungs while for that help, the wife of Prince Rygar is being attacked. Guards come now while doing lay on hands on Perry to see
Okay.
if that works. I'll do
Same
20
thing
points.
as you try to shove the healing into him. It seems as if his body's not taking it. At this point, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check, please.
That's a 7.
Okay?
Man, you got the best news
You
there.
are addled. You're ready to addle right now.
I don't know my
Oh.
That's the
spells.
necromancer clap over there.
Arnos, you see, she is 65 feet away from you.
My friend is dying.
So what do you
And the
do?
magic's not working. First aid!
Roll a medicine check.
Fucking use the damn medicine check that I have. That I never
You
never
could
get to
penetrate her
use.
back with the spear.
I don't have the spear. We don't have our weapons.
Have a
She'd
win.
be dead! You think
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
let her go?
we're against all of you guys.
What the hell? What am I after?
That would have been a fair fight.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't a fair fight the first time. That's why she had 5 friends.
4, but yeah.
Yeah.
I can't melee weapon with a hammer if I have no
I never got a
hammer.
chance to use this damn thing.
And I'm wearing stretch pants. This is
Ah, what do you?
are
That's a
drunk.
total. Alright. You are still lucky. Because that is still a 15.
15. You're biting him, biting him, biting him, biting him, and he's bleeding through the bandages just as fast as you can apply them.
That's what
Rocco.
we get for wearing leggings.
Raka, you do anything?
You want to try Tylervich again? I got to stop her from trying to stab my fucking drunk retarded friend.
She's 70 feet down the.
Oh my gosh, you're so fast and stupid.
Harry's gonna die again.
Can I try to throw Flint at her?
You instinctively reach for Flynn, and he's not there. He is invisible. Okay.
You
So,
douche!
At
What
this
is this?
point, this thing double moves. She turns up an alleyway that's 10 feet in front of her at this point. 70 feet away, yeah, 10 feet in front of her. And you aren't going to make it to the end of the alley.
Okay, so tactically,
I
I
know I should took Eldritch
will
Sight.
move back towards him.
Okay, so you stop, turn, and start huffing back. And you feel the beer sloshing in your stomach as you're running. Perry, you have 2 successes and 2 failures. Roll, what, for better or worse, your last death.
Do I at least
saving
give
throw.
him an advantage on it? Jesus.
I tried to do the speedball special.
That's a nat 1.
It's an 8.
Does it not?
With the
No bonuses.
You
Yeah,
die.
there's no bonuses. That is a straight roll. Tristan, as you stand above Perry, a smile on his lips, you see it soften, and his face relaxes, and you hear Perry is dead.
scream, Flynn, give me the scroll! The scroll! Quickly, he's dead!
We're no longer in combat.
That poison will probably stave off any such thing. I'm taking off and activating primal sense. Is that what it's called?
Is there any magical aura around his body?
Are you cast detect magic, or are you trying to focus?
I'm trying to focus.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana check with disadvantage.
I don't
Can I
have
give him
detect
advantage?
magic, so.
Can I give him advantage?
Nope.
By helping? No.
Disadvantage killed it.
Yeah, you're trying to focus with everything that's happening. You even lose concentration on your invisibility trying to focus on this, but too much is happening all at once. What's happening?
Can I
Pick
try
the
to?
cards.
Can I try to fucking do what he did?
Go ahead.
Disadvantage still.
Nope. Straight Arcana roll.
You're not drunk.
Or it was
Sure,
straight.
just one die.
16.
It's too hard to tell. There's too much going on. You're trying to focus. There's something wrong because he's not healing, and it doesn't seem like he was still bleeding. It's not that. It just seems his body's not accepting any healing. Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check real quick.
I'm a freaking
I will-
genius.
Oh my
What'd
god.
you roll?
Natural 20.
Suddenly you remember, whenever this creature wounded somebody, we couldn't heal them. And we had to dispel some kind of magic against them.
Counterspell?
No. You remember it was either remove curse or restoration.
Do you have some restoration?
Of all the spells I didn't take.
With that intelligence check, you're pretty sure a magical aura like that would dissipate when he dies.
I shall fall to my knees and beg a launcher to bring him back. Resurrection.
Okay?
You have to go through-
For this.
I have resurrection.
Oh, sorry,
7.
what do you do? I'll assist.
As it begins to fall quiet, as you hear the running feet of guards and holding torches coming around the corner, "Oi! Who goes there?" And you standing, turning and talking to them. Flynn falls to his knees, closes his eyes, and invokes Alondra's name. What do you do?
I'm casting resurrection. I'm praying as hard as I can.
Roll me a straight religion check.
23.
Okay. As he kneels down and casts a spell, you feel resistance more than you felt with the Revivify that you cast upon Cade's form. Even more so than that, with the Death God trying to pull his soul in. Feels as if something is holding tightly to his soul, and you realize you're not going to get him back by yourself. You're going to need help.
Tristan! I need help!
You turn and put my hands on Perry's body and pray like crazy and
So,
lend him everything I can.
go ahead and roll, and that's all you just pray
Well,
and touch him?
yeah, try to. I don't have the material components for Revivify, otherwise I'd be casting that as well.
I've got the diamond dust. Toss her the diamond dust.
I'll ask for the diamond dust.
No,
You know, and he's concentrating on the spell. He can't
So,
stop to hand you the diamond dust. This is a momentary thing. You have but a few moments in order to act. Trying to grab material components to cast another spell, you may lose
then
him
yeah,
in that
I will
time.
pray and put not only my hand on Perry but also on Flynn, and just pray for any divine intervention from Dolora.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuading a god.
You know, I think I might actually have a decent persuasion. Oh, I have an 8! I never get to use this.
God, I said death by snoo snoo at the beginning.
It's an extra 20! It's an extra 20!
28.
With an
Alright,
8!
then.
Okay.
With a +8.
Yes, actually,
You
I have
feel-
persuasion.
The grip loosen. but his soul is still in peril and not returning to his body. You know one more person will be able to help in this endeavor. Who's it gonna be?
Whose faith is the strongest?
May not be about faith.
Does it? I'll help.
Okay, so you kneel down next to his body, looking at the still form of Perry. The color very quickly.
Can I hand him the coin real quick?
You're not even. He's watching you. You're focused entirely on this. All you managed to do was just mutter Triswan's name, and you see the two of them are concentrating so hard, it's not happening. And you feel compelled to kneel down and lay your hands upon his body. And what do?
So guidance wouldn't do anything for that, would it? For him? So I guess, could I try to do, no, what's it called? Arcana or whatever, to try to channel my patron?
So you're trying to rely on your patron?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you say?
So I know I bother you for a lot of things, like I'm talking to it telepathically. I know I bother you for a lot of things, and you've gotten my ass out of a lot of things. But this is my idiot. And to fulfill the pact, I need this idiot. So...
You open your eyes. You see divine energy suspended in the air, outstretched from Flynn's hands. As it flows at Perry's body, you see it being buffeted by some kind of invisible barrier. And you look up to him to try to say something, and you realize Flynn is completely motionless. Perry, or I apologize, Triswan, next to him, you see a drop of sweat coming from a forehead that seems to be falling, suspended in midair. You can see Rotmir running back towards you all, still in mid-step, in air. Arnos, with a strange look upon his face, but unmoving. And you feel an overwhelming presence into your mind. And you feel more than hear. What do you offer?
Half of my lifespan.
Your life is poultry. Find my home. Destroy the seal. That is my deal. You suddenly have recollection of you being a younger half-orc, a member of the Gatekeepers, stumbling upon a very strange seal, one you've never seen before. You defend the fords north of the Towering Wood, along the region between the Demon Waste and the Eldeen Reaches. That is your main charge. But dreams brought you south, carrying you unerringly towards a powerful presence. And before long you stood before a circular seal with strange writing upon it that you had never seen before. And it offered you power. It offered you more than what the Gatekeepers did. Not simply a watchdog for the rest of your life, but purpose. And whether it was folly or not, you accepted its offer. And slowly, it's influenced you, made you make decisions, made you follow them, lead them into the Demon Waste, to Mark Dawn. This voice was your deciding factor in accepting the quest. And now you think back to that seal, that gatekeeper seal and what lies behind it. Do you accept the deal?
Yeah.
Good. I'll be watching. Time clicks, and suddenly you hear Rotner's foot hit the ground. A drop of sweat falls from her forehead onto Perry's face. You see the divine energy finally burst past the seal, envelop Perry's body. You, peeking just beyond the veil, can see your spectral outstretched hand grip Perry's wrist to wrist, and you pull as hard as you can. You feel the combined strength of Triswin, Thraka, and something more as you pull back, and Perry's lifeless soul re-enters his body, and you This was different from last time. Last time there was simply darkness, and you awoke in a field with her body laying upon yours, her soul given in place of yours. This was different. What must have only been but seconds felt like days. Pain that you could feel, light everywhere, but darkness too. The sensations were overwhelming. And then you saw outstretched hand. You saw the concerned face of Flynn spectrally beckoning to you. You weakly reached out, feeling another creature grabbing a hold of your soul and pulling you back. But he still clasped your hand. He felt renewed energy enter your body, and he pulled harder, pulling you away from the creature. And you hear, "No, you're mine, no!" And suddenly you're back in your body. And you see the crying face of Tristan, tears and sweat dripping upon you. Seeing Flynn rock back on his heels as his back thumps against the wall behind him, energy expended like you've never felt before. And you turn and see Thraka. And he looks concerned, but happy. A sheen of tears that you never would have expected from someone like him. He blinks a couple times and they disappear. What do you do?
I think we pissed off a whole another realm. Thank you.
No shit, you horn dog. Ugh.
No more.
I shake him.
Careful! Dude, I heard out! You fucking mother! I love you too, Thraka!
The only thing that keeps you conscious is the knowledge that you were gone. And only a natural 20 and something more had to be spent to bring you back.
Whatever deals you made for my soul, I value just as highly as the one I loved.
Find a place to set the door up.
Dig around in
And
the
get
bag.
the spear.
Pull out a bottle of brandy.
Going.
Oh, you're a...
No.
I'm going on a demon hunt.
I'll get the guard and be like, "You will escort us now. I want the captain of the guard found and brought to me at my house."
You're using your ability. Right as you use it, you remember they couldn't detect the creature before. And you detect no demon nearby now.
So, alright. Barking orders at these guys. I want her
They
brought
kind of
to
look
the,
at you strange, but a couple of them recognize it.
like,
And
I
they
want
begin
her.
heading down the alley.
Bring her. Extreme prejudice.
Wait.
My house
Who?
now.
Who?
Captain of the guard.
One of them gives you a strange look.
Oh, Mariah?
Yes, that's the one that stabbed him. That's the one that killed him. I want her brought to justice now.
Yes. Go to Mariah's house. Find out what's going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he runs back.
I want us escorted with armed guards. Get more. You're taking us all to our house, to my house, now.
This is. Would you like to move now?
Yes.
Then let's move
And
now.
scream at them, and
Yeah,
then
they
you four pick him up. I don't want his feet touching the ground. Carry him.
No, I can.
No,
Ow,
no, no.
Okay, baby.
And they very roughly.
Gentle, gentle.
You look down and you don't know how you're alive. You see half a dozen puncture wounds, 2 inches wide, all over your abdomen.
I checked my dick.
Reach down and.
I will scream.
No, the erection is long gone.
You don't have the blood to sustain it.
I'll start
Rushing
screaming.
to the streets.
I'll start also
People who-
asking for it.
People who are put in, who walk within even close to your direction, are called at by the guards and forcibly moved if needed. He's been looking at you all, unknowing of what just happened, what transpired, but you move with this mobile retinue of guards carrying each of you within the palace. And once you get within 5 feet of the entrance, you all feel that strange pulling sensation like you're passing a barrier. The doors open and you all enter. What do you all do?
Is there a couch or anything in the entryway?
Oh, you guys know the foyer is very lavishly furnished.
Where
There's
are my
lots of
butlers?
chairs.
First
Where's my
piece of
concierge?
furniture. I think I pass out now. You
Oh,
suck.
And
Thank you for the use of this, and he hands you the base.
you
I'm
you
unconscious
walk
on the
up,
couch.
I mean, as soon as he sits on the couch and puts his head back, he falls into a deep
Not even
sleep.
sit, just
I mean,
collapse on.
Oh,
I put it between the couch back and his body, so it's just resting there.
it still has some of the thing's blood upon it.
Oh, okay, I don't want to dirty the couch.
It's fine. I'll buy
So
you some.
did the kitty cat thing look like anything I've ever seen?
Nothing you've ever seen. Roll me a history check.
1 second.
Runs it all. Magically immune skank.
Did I get a feeling of what?
17.
After this thing brushing off your magic, seeing it was a strange cat-like creature with backwards hands, and it was black. That was Rakshasha Uja, an assassin.
I go over to Barry
I'm having him.
and I just look at him and be like, why is someone being sent to kill you? No, hold on. Why the fuck is an assassin stabbing you when you're trying to stab it?
'Cause I kinda killed it before.
That does ring a bell.
Not him.
No, that does ring a bell. The Rakshasas are very proud creatures, and having a mortal kill it, its sole object of living after that would be to kill that creature.
And also, whoever sent that Rakshasha in the first place really doesn't like us on our quest.
Perry owes me 1,000 gold diamond.
Add it to my tab!
You actually find the diamond, strangely, was not expended. But
Shiny's still in my belt.
as you pick up the diamond's only about that big.
It's in my belt.
Only?
Well, it dislodged from your belt when you cast the spell. You pick it up and you look at it, and there's something moving inside.
There's something very wrong with this.
We'll get to that when you wake up.
Start barking
I
orders
need
to
a
get
nappy. Back in
the
belt.
big guest room ready for getting him
Well, but
in
the
there.
guards, they're not allowed in here. They
No,
literally
but
don't
I'm
anymore.
having
The
my concierge.
well, one of the night concierge is there.
I'm sure I'm covered in his
Oh.
blood.
Oh yeah, you are
Yeah.
covered in Perry's blood.
Yeah.
And he, I'll make your husband right away, and let me fetch the surgeon. And he runs off, and within 10, 15 minutes.
What's
You
gentle
have
hands,
people,
please?
looking him over. It's around that time that the sergeant that you parked at, he opens the door and kind of comes in and looks at you all and, Captain Mariah's been killed.
Figures.
Her throat was slit.
How long ago? Are you able to tell?
Must have been recent. Her body was still warm to the touch.
It was the Rishasha. Needed a way to cover herself. A way into the party.
Please, the only thing I ask is don't sully her name by saying it was her. Please.
Well,
It wasn't her.
Arnos,
And
can
he
you go find
seems genuinely
anything at her
distraught.
house? Any clues, anything?
He
I
backs
can go
away.
take a look.
Take him.
He looks at you. I'm thankful
I need
you
my
arrived, sir.
equipment because if it shows up
Aye,
again,
me
murder
too.
Get
it.
it.
Well, you guys know the door doesn't open in
Not
here.
here.
You guys are literally in a place that has no transdimensional, no translocation, no non-detection, nothing.
Then
This
we're
place
setting
is
up the
completely
door
dead.
outside of this place? What part of I'm killing a demon once if it shows its ugly head again is no one not getting here?
I'm gonna pass out on the couch and cuddle my neck.
So I tell him telepathically because I don't want everybody else to hear because I kind of just promised a lot.
Also, he's
I tell
like-
him.
By the way, Cade, as his last symbolic gesture of leaving the group, did give you guys his sending stone. So you guys do have an extra.
Also, my kilt is now his bandages, so just saying.
Oh, God.
You wrap up the wounds. They're not openly bleeding anymore, though they look like they should. They literally look like he should be bleeding to death still.
You're alive, Jon Snow.
Resurrection closes all wounds.
Yep.
Anyways, as I was saying, I tell him like just straight up and like in his brain, you know, just so nobody else can hear, no sending stone or anything. That cost a lot to get you back on your feet. So I'm gonna need you to not be as retarded as you were. Stick closer to us so you don't get penetrated again.
Giving a knowing look to him, just nod.
I just pat him on his belly. Just
We'll talk about the next phase of our journey here soon. Back to the gatekeepers. We must go.
As you all sit there, kind of recovering, some of you, none of you are drunk anymore. You seeing Perry die in front of you. That sobered everybody up. I wish I could have cliffhangered that, that would have been so good, but
All
we still have
right.
time to play. I know I'm an asshole. I like cliffhangers. Sue me. After a while, these surgeons come and look at you and give you strange looks. Rewrap the wounds in real bandages, but just throwing the kilt to the ground. No blood oozes through the bandages. They go off and begin whispering intently to each other, very quietly. It's around this time that Ryger makes his way downstairs and sees the scene before him. Perry, literally shirt gone, just wrapped up with
That was my
bandages
favorite
all
shirt.
around his
I mean,
midsection.
blood everywhere.
Blood all over you.
Yeah.
His bandages clean, but his pants ruined.
My favorite pants too.
Doc is never wearing stretch pants again. He's never felt more useless.
Look
They
at
were surprisingly easy to run in.
Doesn't matter.
No,
Stretch
but still,
pants aren't
they
hammered.
just hug the nuts too hard.
Look at-
I like gentle love. This is like
You're wearing
stalker, you know,
skinny
crazy, just love on those testicles, and it doesn't feel good.
We're gonna have to go see Lester later again.
I go ask for a change of clothes.
You all, when Ryger gets there, looks over at you, and you all be safe here. Rooms will be made available.
I need him to have the big one. The big guest room.
Alright, that can be
You've got a
arranged.
demon wandering city.
I don't
think
need
it's
those
vengeance is sated.
I don't need those kinds of comforts from this way. Don't worry.
You're going in the damn room and you
Okay.
won't leave.
Whoa, I'm sorry, wife. Explain.
We've killed that thing that killed Perry before. Perry delivered the final blow.
What thing?
a Rakshasa.
Well, if you're still alive. vengeance
He
is not safe.
actually, he died.
He is no longer dead.
No.
I'm afraid his vengeance is still
I don't know.
I'm afraid.
I don't know how well I could tell.
If what you say is true, then we've got the perfect bait.
From what the
And
guards.
this time we'll be armed.
That is true. You have made a powerful enemy. It makes you glad. Makes me glad that you're a powerful ally. I'm glad you survived.
Me too. Oh, I'm not ready.
Yeah, but
then
now your middle name
lay
is
on
Bait.
hands.
You are. You get the healing.
35 points of lay on hands. So.
I don't know where that puts me.
At 36.
Fun to wake up. Find my heals at Perry.
Oh no, but
Years.
when you wake up, you find you're too exhausted to cast any spells. You've
Oh,
never
okay.
been this tired. The last time you remember being this tired is when you washed up on shore, and you were in and out of consciousness for what they told you was a week.
Well, maybe I pass back out.
How,
Mace, come to me, Mace.
how
Just
bad
in
are you
case
still?
Demon cat come.
I look like
He still looks terrible.
yeah.
There's no warmth in his cheeks.
Level 3 cure wounds. As we're moving him upstairs, she's got her hands on him still. Doing this.
Oh, thank you, Clasiffied. Your warmth is always calming.
It always sounds so filthy around your mouth.
Don't worry, it is.
You have to
Tristan?
save him.
Not in earshot though, right?
Tristan.
19.
Tristan?
So 19 more hit points to you.
Okay.
What? What? Yes, I know where I have blood on me.
You look down and you realize one of your.
Tristan?
And Perry's
No, I
coming.
will say that Ryger, when he came out, he would have just kind of subtly grabbed it, pulled it, and to cover it back up.
She doesn't know.
If
shit.
Perry wasn't
Yeah, he
already
did not
cupping it.
notice. Yeah, he did not notice.
Sleight of
no,
hand.
like as you're trying to
That's
oh damn it.
Yum.
I'll do it again.
Flynn
after
is
I
actually carried to his room by a couple of the concierge, arm over each of their necks.
No,
and he
I walk on my own.
kind of, yeah, and that's what he muttered. I walk on my own, and they kind
That's it.
of
Fall down.
Yeah, they kind of pull him to his room.
I look better, but still not,
Now.
great.
Oh, that's what I'm doing
Look,
it again.
each of you is escorted to your own room, rooms that you guys remember from before.
18.
As you approach Perry, the guest bedroom for Perry, Ryger takes you by the hand. He needs his rest. Come, Lily.
I look
I
decent.
can heal him again.
I look
They have a
decent.
library here, right?
I can heal him again. No, I can heal him
He
again.
keeps pulling you. He keeps pulling you. My love, my love.
Thank you, Tristan. Don't worry.
He's safe.
Get some rest, Tristan.
Destiny cannot get him here, and begins pulling you towards
And
the
I
bedroom.
say, High Prince Delarander, I have a request.
Yes.
May I bolster the city guard tonight?
I would suggest, if you wish to stand a watch, you do so over his door.
I do that. I'll spend a watch.
No, I've had Rob here. I'd be like, I don't need sleep. Aspect of the moon. So I just usher the
I'm still
sloshy dwarf down.
As you try to push him off, he just gives
Persuasion
you.
check.
You're not gonna. He's too stubborn at this point, unless you're gonna use magical means.
The only reason Flynn's not there is Flynn's unconscious.
Perry shortly thereafter.
You haven't known Rotmere very long. You've seen him get pretty intense before, when he really had to stand up to the group and wonder what the hell was really going on. This is worse. And roll me an insight check real quick.
I can use the whole new sheet. I'm not complaining.
We'll
Thank you,
pretend
by the way,
we
David.
shoot. Yeah, we'll pretend we shoot.
I'm not trying to do this at all.
No.
Oh, nat 1 plus 7 is a nat 1.
I will have to say, even with a natural 1, you don't think you can persuade him to walk away.
Okay, well, Baraka, as one of the people walks by, one of the servants, I need every book on demonology that you can carry brought to me.
I will make the request, yes. Our books are kept under lock and key. And he kind of bows and, so everyone enters their rooms except for the two of you standing guard outside of Perry's.
He's probably
Is there a
having
balcony on
carried me
this
away.
thing?
I'm going,
Yeah,
no,
and he is.
I want a full investigation.
Is
I want
there
the
a
guards to
down
go and
Batman?
investigate what happened to the
Calm down,
high,
Batman.
to the captain of the guard. I want
I can
Arnos
actually
to go,
fly,
and
so
I
screw
want
that.
everything to be
I know.
investigated. I can
Nothing
still
back
heal
here
him.
was trying to
He
find-
died. He died because I couldn't see him.
Yeah, so you're-
You mean this as he's like, yeah.
And he will pull you aside with you still in tears and still trying to go back to Barry. He'll hold you and slowly over hours talk you down, and you find that you finally pass out in his arms completely exhausted. You are teetering on your feet after a few hours, and I'll let you make a Constitution saving throw.
Not 20.
Your stubborn will to not leave Perry, even with one guard, to not leave Perry, keeps you conscious long enough that as soon as he walks out of his room, turns and looks at you, you go, all right, and you pass out, falling over.
I'm sleeping in the hall.
Oh, you were,
Nope, nope.
they pick you up, they put you in your room.
Well, all intents and purposes, in my mind, I'm sleeping
Yep.
in the hall.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, in your mind you totally are, because I doubt you were conscious for that lift.
Perry, you have a very uncomfortably long night. And though you feel better, your stomach still hurts. Those wounds still hurt. And it keeps you from a truly restful sleep. Before the sun rises, you finally pull yourself out of bed, look down at your naked body, only covered by the wraps around your midsection covering the wounds. And you slowly unravel them. Looking at them, you realize the wounds are still there, unchanged, looking as if they could spurt your life's blood at any moment. When you touch them, they do not hurt any more than they already do with the slow, dull ache. And you aren't sure how you're alive.
I think I'm here for a purpose.
The following morning finds Arnos, Terry, and Flynn, and of course Rocco, who doesn't have to sleep, awake within the room. So you have no idea how you got there. You vaguely remember entering the foyer and passing out, and you still feel tired. You're now at exhaustion level 3 instead of 4.
I go back to sleep now.
During the night, while you were dead asleep, you felt the calming touch that you felt before. The touch that brought you to worshiping Alondra. Counter to the church that pulled you from the sea, which is God of Boldry. You were drawn to her, and you never knew why. But in your darkest times, you could always count on her to help you see the light. Smiles and trickery, through sheer braggadociousness, to find your way to where you have to be. And in the darkest time of you peering into that void, that touched you in your heart, something you'll never forget, something you'll never be rid of. Now she's here, cradling you. And you hear very softly, and that's what we're going to call it tonight. I hope this is a great place. It's a great place for us to set up for our next adventure and figure out what's going on. I hope you all enjoyed this very nerve-wracking and intense game. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I've been waiting for this game session for 6 months.
Wow. Really?
Yep.
ever since we first killed that.
Thank you all very, very much for, thank you all very much for joining us. Thank you, Military Gamer Supply, for putting on the stream for us and letting us use all their equipment and everything. Thank you very much to me, David Styles and Terrain, for providing the nice terrain you see before you. Thank you guys to my players who put up with my constant bullshit all the time. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you guys next week. Next week we will be taking a break from this campaign to do a Vampire 5th Edition one-shot with a special haunted house build done by yours truly. The Wednesday after that we will be once again picking up where we left off, so I can have all of this new juicy stuff kind of stew in everybody's mind for a couple of weeks. Thank you all for being with us, and remember, love each other. Good night.
Night.
Alright.
Making deals.
I don't want to hear anything from y'all considering, oh look, there's a Fae, a powerful Fae. Oh look, there's just, y'all make